Yes, of course, yes.
You started your forever together with Engelbert's Jewelers. We have jewelry that fits every occasion and every budget. Celebrate all those years of holidays together. Feel great with affordable elegance from Engelbert's Jewelers.
Till December 21st at Harley-Davidson and Power Sports of Utica. For every $100 worth of merchandise, get tickets to win a drawing of your choice, a new ATV or motorcycle for the holidays. We will match any competitor or e-commerce price. We're a Toys for Tots drop-off till December 9th. Till December 21st at Harley-Davidson and Power Sports of Utica. For every $100 worth of merchandise, get tickets to win a drawing of your choice, a new ATV or motorcycle for the holidays. We will match any competitor or e-commerce price. We're a Toys for Tots drop-off till December 9th.
Go green and save green right now at City Suburban. There has never been a better way to heat and cool your home than with a new heat pump system from City Suburban. They provide energy-efficient comfort year-round, offer room-by-room temperature control, and are 40% more efficient than conventional systems. And the best part is right now, you can save up to $9,000 in rebates with the New York State Clean Heat Program. Go green and make the switch today. And as always, receive City Suburban POMG. That's peace of mind guaranteed.
This is Chris from City Suburban on Route 233 in Westmoreland. There's never been a better time to upgrade your system than right now. You can save up to $9,000 in rebates, make your home more energy efficient for years to come, and as always, receive our 100% POMG. That's peace of mind guaranteed. Take advantage of this amazing offer. Call us today at 853-3899. That's 853-3899. Or visit us at citysuburban.com.
It's time to start the program. It's time to earn our pay. It's time to meet the people on the Keeler Show today. It's time to read the news and weather. Time to figure out what to say. It's time to turn the channel of the Keeler Show today. Why do we always listen? Keeler's always in the know. It makes me want to call him and tell him where to go. And now let's get things started. Andrew, let's get things started.
It's time to get things started.
On the most sensational, inspirational, celebrational, Keelerational. This is what we call the Keeler Show.
WIDX 950 and 106.9 FM. This is Keeler.
Well, can you believe it's already Thanksgiving?
Today? I can't believe it.
Yeah. Well, wait a minute. Hold on. No, tomorrow is Thanksgiving.
Oh, okay.
Although
I can believe it.
I do think that there are a lot of people that do maybe, and this year for the first year, my son is dealing with the girlfriend's family Thanksgiving. So. You know, when that first happened, when you got to try to share it and figure out how do you keep everybody happy.
It's tough, yeah.
It's not easy. So he'll be spending Thanksgiving at his girlfriend's family's home tomorrow. So we had our little get-together Thanksgiving last night. Turkey? No, it was all Italian.
Yeah.
You're going to have turkey
it's
on
delicious,
Thursday.
yeah.
So
that's a great way to go, though.
Let's go Italian. It's pretty easy. Okay, last night, Syracuse. I was like, yes, yes, yes. Syracuse is going into overtime.
Yeah, St. John's, huh?
St. John's was tough. Syracuse had a 10-point lead for a good part of the game. And our friend from Glens Falls, I can never remember his name. And the reason is because sometimes he'll shoot lights out, and other times, like last night, he'll score 3 points. So he couldn't hit anything last night, and that was the difference in the game. Joe Girard couldn't hit anything. So Syracuse losing last night. But again, it is a team that I think is has some potential this year. It might be a team that'll be fun to watch. I really believe, and you may see them grow as the season goes on.
I just, to me, it's too early. I can't.
Oh, it's way too early.
I can't do too much Syracuse basketball if it's not conference play. And to be honest, even then, sometimes I struggle. I'll be into it 100 times more than I am now. But it's like if they don't win by 30 points playing some of these cupcakes, you're disappointed. And then they get into these little 4-8 team tournaments, and if they don't win it, you're disappointed.
Correct.
But ultimately, it all comes down to how you perform in the tournament. I think that's disappointing. And I think that's why some people have argued against expansion of the NFL playoffs or expansion of the baseball playoffs. It's because you play all these games, you diminish the value of all these other games because not everybody, but almost everybody gets in at the end of the season. So it's like, why did we just play the season? Why didn't we just play 3 games, you seed everybody, and then we just do a tournament?
Or if you're a Mets fan, why didn't we just stop in May?
Exactly.
Right. Because it didn't end well.
All-Star break, nothing. They should play the World Series that week, and we would have been in it.
How many times would the Mets be victorious if the World Series were in mid-July? Anyway, rough end, but a competitive game. Probably one Syracuse should have won, but again, when your offense goes cold towards the end of the game, you're in trouble. Especially when your opponent is red hot and continues to be undefeated. But it was pretty cool. The only cool part about it is it's a throwback to the Big East.
Yeah, that is a cool thing, right? When they used to play all the time, and the Big East was a fun thing. There was a lot of real solid rivalries. Not that there aren't in the ACC, but I do miss that a little bit.
We're going to talk a little sports here this morning. Mike Licio, Little Falls, they had an amazing Pop Warner season in Little Falls. And we'll talk about that. Not often that we talk about Pop Warner football, but we will. Mighty John, the record guy, is on this morning. 10 records to be thankful for. And I do have to say that one of the trends of things for Christmas, if you really want to get somebody something cool for Christmas, and I don't care the age.
Okay.
It is find a rather inexpensive turntable and a little amp, and set up a little setup with vinyl in your maybe in your parlor or your den or somewhere in your living room, wherever you want to put it. Set up an old-fashioned vinyl setup. Angela would be proud of that.
Yeah, he absolutely would. So, but you're saying
Young
set it up.
kid loves vinyl. Is a big vinyl fan.
You're saying set it up as a display, or like set it up and start spinning some old Elvis Christmas tunes?
I think you spin some stuff.
Okay.
Find some. Now, the albums won't, they'll set you back unless you can get some used. You have a collection. That'd be nice if you have a collection. But it makes for a great holiday gift, and it just keeps giving, right? When you have family over or friends over, somebody will go over and put an album on the turntable. I know it sounds weird and really old-fashioned. But it's but it works, and it's a hot item right now. And you can pick up one of those turntables, pretty decent quality turntable for $100, $120. It's not going to be the greatest thing in the world, but even better, you find one on YouTube that is pre-owned, and you might get that for $75. Great holiday gift.
Yeah, I think this is a cool thing. I would absolutely do this. I just don't know if we have enough at my mother's house. If we have enough Christmas records.
It doesn't have to all be Christmas. You could just pop on something that isn't Christmas.
Bill, we have rules at Mom's house.
Yes,
it all has to be Christmas.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Well, I discovered last night that in my collection I have 3 copies of Purple Rain. Not sure why, but I do.
I can imagine what you have from back in the day doing weddings.
We at one point of my peak in doing weddings, I had 4 different setups. So 4 different DJs went out for us every weekend.
Oh, my goodness.
And so I had to have, and that was the days of vinyl, where you had to have, everyone had to have its own vinyl setup. It's not like you could go to your cell phone and pull up a record like they do today, or pull up a song. Any song in the world is at a DJ's fingertips today. Anyway, Mighty John, the record guy, 10 records to be thankful for. And also, do you have any vinyl that might be worth something? We would be... remiss if we did not tell you that you can just give Mighty John, the album, the label. He'll tell you what it's worth right on the spot this morning.
Cool.
That'll be about 7:40. Mike's free money question of the day and other stuff for this day before Thanksgiving. Is it turkey? It's a big turkey day for your family. Yeah, you like the turkey. You like the cranberry sauce. Carmine, what does your family do? Is it turkey for you?
Yeah, we do turkey, stuffing, potatoes, squash, most of the
right.
normal stuff.
All right. Okay.
We do a lot of the normal stuff too, although I want to say a couple of years ago, because it's a whole long story, something had happened. We ended up going with like, oh gosh, I'm sorry. It's early still for me. What do you do on Christmas? With a nice cut of meat, it's like a...
Carve?
Well, yeah, you carve, but what's the cut of
I feel
meat?
like this is a contest. Get into it, Carmine. It's just like we're on a game show here.
It's like a roast. It's like a nice. It's almost like a steak, but it's not a steak. It's
a prime rib.
A prime rib.
Prime rib.
We ended up doing a prime rib for Thanksgiving and Christmas that year. I don't know if somebody got a great deal on prime rib that year. What the question was, but
prime rib will set you back too.
it was a nice treat. It was a nice little treat.
That's awesome. I thought about that prime rib too. I mentioned that to my wife for Christmas, and she said no, just like that. Comets are playing tonight. They'll be at home, right, at the Adirondack Bank Center.
Yes,
and
they are.
You mentioned earlier it might be a good idea to walk through. It's free admission. Walk through the Nexus Center. It is beautiful. There'll be a grand opening a week from tomorrow, and that grand opening ceremony will basically pull the bow back and expose a beautiful facility that is an earner. It's going to earn money and revenue for not just the county but the city and businesses that are around it. It's already happening.
Yeah, it's outstanding.
You can tour it. There's a bar there, a little restaurant where you can get some food, and you'd sit back and you could watch people, kids, teams playing in hockey tournaments.
Yeah,
pretty cool.
It's very cool. It's a great thing.
Somebody's doorbell cam taped a couple showing for a party a Thanksgiving dinner on the wrong day. Do you want to hear the audio, how that went down? I mean, it could happen to you today. And it's not going to play for me. It could happen to you today. It's possible. Some people kind of get their days mixed up, understand it. Things get a little confusing, right, around this time.
Yeah.
Yesterday was a rather busy day for former President Donald Trump. And not necessarily a good day. First of all, the Democrats are trying to get this done very quickly because Republicans will take control of the House very soon, of course, after the first of the year. And they'll lose their control of all of these committees. And the House Ways and Means Committee is looking into Trump's taxes. So the Supreme Court, which President Trump put 3 members on, the conservative-controlled Supreme Court ruled yesterday, basically that the Congress can get Trump's taxes.
Look,
as part of their investigation. I just wonder, at this point, what are you looking for?
Right. Well, I do wonder that too. I think it's just we said we were going to get them, so we're not going to stop until we get them. The other thing is, I don't always love to see it, but in many cases, I love to see it when a Trump-appointed or a whoever-appointed judge rules against that person. I think it really shows the fairness and that there can be an absolute fairness and justice in our system where it's not somebody just, what was the court the other day? There was 3 judges. 2 of them were Trump appointees. They ruled against him. I don't remember
actually,
what
he
the
had
case was.
two cases yesterday that ruled against him. And in most cases, these are all happening with Trump-appointed judges. And you're right. And I think what you're saying is it doesn't matter who the president is or which president appointed these judges. What you want is you want fairness.
Correct.
You want them to judge these cases not by who put them there or by their politics, but by the law, their interpretation of the law.
Yes.
And that's basically what the Supreme Court did yesterday.
And otherwise, we get these conversations about, well, now we need 25 judges on the Supreme Court. And then when the Republicans take over, well, now we need 45 judges on the Supreme Court. It's just stupid.
Ridiculous. Tomorrow or Thursday, of course, tomorrow's Thanksgiving. Many of those stores will not be open tomorrow night, as they have been in the past. A bit of a trip towards tradition. However, there will be many that will be open. So you will see those people want to hit the road at about 4 o'clock when some of those stores open back up. Tomorrow leads to Friday, which is Black Friday. But did you know there's a day called Buy Nothing Day? That's also on Friday. So which are you going to be? Are you going to be Black Friday, out there buying everything and all the deals? Or will you celebrate Buy Nothing Day? And I believe it actually came from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, where that whole thing came from.
Well, I actually frequently celebrate this right before payday. I usually do it a couple days leading up to it. But what's the idea? What's the idea behind it?
The idea is to not partake in all the craziness of Black Friday.
Okay, I guess I see that.
And listen, you can certainly. It's like saying I'm going to protest. I'm not buying gas on Wednesday, but you then go in and fill your tank on Thursday. Mm-hmm. So you've not taken not even a penny from the oil companies or the gas stations. This is kind of the same thing. Yeah, you won't spend it on Friday, but you'll spend maybe more on Saturday.
I don't get it. The only thing I would say is this: it's almost like a reverse psychology. I feel like whoever came up with this said, "I'm so sick of dealing with these lines and all these people. If I can get everybody to buy into the Buy Nothing Day, when I go to the store, I'll be in and out in a breeze. It'd be no problem, right?" That's the day
correct.
You want to shop on Buy Nothing Day because nobody's there.
I want to tell you there is a new service, and this happens to be something we've talked about for quite some time. The fear is that technology can take a celebrity or politician or anyone's voice, and you could basically make that voice say anything. Like you could have Biden say absolutely anything. You just type it in.
On a note card, right?
Artificial intelligence would then speak it, and you could be looking at the video, and you could be looking at the real person, and it looks like that person is saying it, and it sounds like that person is saying it.
It is really scary. When we live in a nuclear world today, it's really scary. I think of that impact, right?
I would agree with you. There are so what happens is these pop up on websites. Carmine, are you familiar with these at all? Have you ever seen the websites?
No, I haven't.
Okay, these websites will pop up, and I believe whether it's the government or I don't know who, take them down when they're public major political figures. For instance, Trump has been taken down. Every once in a while, a Trump website will pop up where you can use this artificial intelligence to make Trump say something, and it immediately takes it down. Same thing with Biden, because these are two people that could really cause, with their comments, could cause some problems in the world. It could cause the stock market to take a nosedive. But others, they're out there. Let me see if I can find one for you that I had a bunch of these done for me last night. Check this out and tell me that it isn't. This is as if Casey Kasem actually said this. It's unbelievable if I can get it to play here. That's a good way if I can get it to play.
This is Casey Kasem, and you're listening to WIBX 950, Keeler in the Morning.
That's Casey Kasem's voice.
Yes,
now, that is the most amazing. Now, it's very interesting because they're taking from a previous recording. You can tell. I'll do some modern ones. And so it has almost that retro 1970s sound coming from an album or whatever, even from a radio station. But it is able to take that and then say whatever you want it to say. And it's so close to the original.
This is Casey Kasem, and you're listening to WIBX 950, Keeler in the Morning.
Now, it does sound a little unnatural.
Right.
When you hear it go, when you hear
950?
Yes, yeah. Obviously, that's not how we would say it.
This is Casey Kasem, and you're listening to WIBX 950, Keeler in the Morning.
I mean, wild, right?
It is kind of wild. Is this where all the Biden gaffes come from?
Could be. This is so he's not really doing them.
Fourth president of the United States.
He's not really. He's not. Oh yeah. He's not.
I thought you said they won't let you do presidents.
Well, presidents who could make a big difference. I think Trump is so polarized that site keeps coming down, and so does Biden. but they didn't bring down Obama's. Check this out.
This is the 44th President of the United States reminding you that you are listening to Keeler in the Morning.
He was going to say something else, but he stopped. I don't know.
He kind of does have that speech pattern a little bit. You could have slid something else in.
It is his speech pattern, and it is his voice. That's the weird part of this. It uses his voice. It's not an impersonator. It uses his voice to then create, using this artificial intelligence to create new words. And that is really scary. I mean, I know it's kind of funny right now, but it's quite scary of what could be done on the world stage.
This is the 44th President of the United States reminding you that you are listening to Keeler in the Morning.
It is really amazing how accurate it is. But I went to the Trump site. That was taken down. You can even get dead people to say things for you.
This is Mahatma Gandhi, and you are listening to the Keeler in the Morning Show.
That was Gandhi saying he's listening to the Keeler in the Morning Show. Yeah. Of course, now notice that the only recording we have is an older recording of him, so the quality is a little off. So it will match it can only do as good as what the original quality was.
Right. There's a hiss in there.
Of the audio piece, right? So Gandhi, a big listener of the program for many years.
He was actually our first subscriber on YouTube.
He was. And I remember the one time I got fired, he went straight in front of a train, laid down on the tracks. Bring that show back, he said. It's 6:39. Manaski will do an update for you here coming up. We'll give away Comets tickets this morning. A chance for you to go and see the Utica Comets tonight at the Adirondack Bank Center. A great way to kick off your holiday weekend. 6:39 at WIBX.
I'm William Mattar. Big truck crashes often result in serious injuries or death. After a big truck crash, call William Mattar, the largest motor vehicle accident firm in the state. After a serious truck crash, call us right away so our immediate response team can preserve evidence while you focus on your family. Truck crash? Call William Mattar, 315-444-4444, South State Street, Syracuse.
Hi, Laura here from the Old Wicker Mill, and we're ready for the holidays anytime you are. We're your one-stop shop for all your holiday gift-giving needs, with top brands like Pandora, Brighton, Vera Bradley, Uno de 50, and Swarovski. There's toys from Fisher-Price, Melissa & Doug, Jellycat, Green Toys, Nido, Squishmallows, and Fat Brain. We have great gift ideas from Nora Fleming, Lolita wine glasses. There's Brewmate, Willow Tree figurines, Mud Pie tabletop, and our expanded women's fashion department. Christmas shopping should be fun, and the Old Wicker Mill is your one-stop shop for fun. We're well-stocked with more gift ideas than you can imagine, and we have a great staff to help you navigate our amazing inventory. We'll help you check off that list so you'll have more time to spend with family and friends. After all, isn't that what the holidays are about? You may even run into them while you're here shopping. So this holiday season, let us help you put fun back into your holiday shopping. That's the Old Wicker Mill, conveniently located at the New Hartford Shopping Center.
Let's talk about Fred F. Collis and Sons Heating and Cooling here as you head into the Thanksgiving holiday. You know, if something were to happen to your heating, you could make a phone call to Collis, and they would service you even on Thanksgiving, even on a holiday, even on weekends, even in the middle of the night. They would be there for you to take care of you. That's our experience. That's the service that we've received from the people at Collis. And you know when you're having work done, they come in, it is just so professional, everything is put together neatly and professionally and perfect for your home. They take care of your property. They consider that. They consider your neighbors as well. With the cold weather ahead, you want to make sure your furnace, your heating system is absolutely efficient in order to save you any money that you can in this upcoming season. And thinking about saving money, for a limited time right now, National Grid has rebates that are running and will end on December 9th. So you can take advantage of them right now, but only through December 9th. These have big savings on a new high-efficiency boiler, furnace, tankless water heaters. Obviously, National Grid wants each and every homeowner to have their heating system and cooling system as efficient as possible. But this is for a limited time. It ends on December 9th. Save up to $1,000 on a new high-efficiency boiler, up to $900 on a new furnace, up to $250 on a new tankless water heater, which we had installed by Collis. And I would never go back to a traditional water heater. This is all at Fred F. Collis and Sons. They will walk you through this rebate possibility, your opportunity to take advantage. It really isn't about income. It's about doing the most efficient, putting the most efficient system into your home. That's what National Grid is doing. That's what the rebate is all about. And Collis will walk you right through it, but it ends on December 9th. Call them today, 315-381-8982. 315-381-8982. You can always go to their website, fredfcollis.com.
All right, we have cloudy skies and 30 degrees. WIBX News Time is 6:43. This news update is brought to you by Cliff's Local Market. They keep you going. Bill, more details starting to be revealed about last night's mass shooting at a Virginia Walmart. Police confirm at least 7 people are dead, including the shooter. Chesapeake officials are set to provide more details at a news conference scheduled for 8 o'clock this morning. The New York fraud trial involving the Trump Organization will begin next fall. An October 2nd, 2023 date has been set when the trial for Attorney General Letitia James' lawsuit against Trump, his 3 adult children, and the Trump Organization will begin. The lawsuit was filed in September after a 3-year investigation into Trump and his company, and is alleged they manipulated property values to gain investments as well as tax and loan benefits. Sources tell the Colorado Springs news outlets that suspected shooter in Saturday's mass shooting at an LGBTQ nightclub used a ghost gun. It appears to be fully automatic, allowing the firing of at least 40 to 50 shots before Good Samaritans were able to subdue the suspect. Ghost guns are made using parts that can be purchased and assembled or with 3D printers, making it difficult or impossible for them to be traced. Georgia voters are heading back to the polls. Early voting got underway yesterday as Democratic incumbent Senator Raphael Warnock campaigns against Republican challenger Herschel Walker in a runoff election. Democrats are looking to hold that seat, which would give them a 51-49 advantage and reduce the need for Vice President Harris to break any ties in the Senate. Conspiracy theorist Alex Jones will not be able to avoid paying the full $49 million awarded to the parents of Sandy Hook victims. Earlier this year, a Texas jury ordered Jones to pay nearly $50 million after claiming the Sandy Hook Elementary School shooting was a hoax. A Texas state law has a $750,000 cap on punitive damages, which Jones had hoped to appeal and lower the amount that he owed, but that was unsuccessful. An assistant coach for the Arizona Cardinals is out of a job after an incident in Mexico City. This is interesting. Yesterday, the team announced that Sean Kugler had been fired effective immediately, although details of the incident that led up to his firing are still unclear. Head coach Cliff Kingsbury told azcentral.com that Kugler had been sent home Monday morning prior to the team's Monday Night Football game against the San Francisco 49ers. He was fired immediately. They were in Mexico City. Any thoughts on what happened here?
Yeah.
It makes me think something illegal, obviously illegal. But apparently he got caught by the team and was immediately fired.
And they won't say what it was.
They will not. Your WIBX Weather Center forecast is calling for mostly cloudy skies today, a high reaching 41 degrees. Increasing clouds tonight with a low of 30. For Thanksgiving Day, mostly sunny skies, a high of 48 degrees. Mostly cloudy Thursday night, a low of 35. Friday, some rain showers likely, mainly in the afternoon, a high of 44 degrees. Right now, we have cloudy skies and 31 degrees. WIBX News Time, 6:46.
I want to talk about that fire in Ilion from 2 days ago. It was right next to Stewart's, across from Remington Arms on East Clark Street. We'll get into that just a little bit, give you the full details of what we've learned, and some of the big specials that are happening this week, starting tomorrow night and on Friday, that you could land as part of Black Friday. And it'll look a little different than it used to pre-pandemic. You're having a lot of these things show up online, and a lot of things happening Thursday before the big Black Friday blowouts. So to have those huge crowds waiting in line It will look a little bit different, most likely, this year, but I'll give you some of those specials coming up. 6:47. As I said, we're going to give you a chance to win Comets tickets coming up in a few minutes. Stand by for that at WIBX.
Visit Munson Williams and be inspired by the special exhibition Leslie Dill, Wilderness, Light Sizzles Around Me. Walk among larger-than-life sculptures of American visionaries, including Sojourner Truth, Emily Dickinson, and others. Wilderness, Light Sizzles Around Me is an enchanting experience for all ages. See it before it closes January 29th. As always, admission to the museum is free. Wilderness, Light Sizzles Around Me at Munson Williams is made possible by Stephen and Dorian Critelli in honor of Dolores Y. Critelli and Alan and Linda Vincent.
Warner Sales and Service, building relationships, building trust.
Contractors and landscapers, rent your way to greater profits with Bobcat equipment from Warner Sales and Service. From heavy work right down to the fussy stuff, Bobcat loaders, excavators, and a wide variety of attachments will handle all the tough jobs like lifting, digging, pushing, carrying, as well as the more precise applications, grading, and leveling. You'll be able to take on more jobs and get your current projects done with Warner Sales and Service. Whether it's the tough lifting and digging or the more precise work with attachments, you name it, Warner Sales and Service has a Bobcat rental to make sure your projects get done. Tough jobs demand tough equipment. So when you have a tough job, run a Bobcat machine. So stop in today at Warner Sales and Service, just off of Route 365 between Rome and Verona, and at WarnerSS.com.
Warner's, where quality still counts. At Warner's.
Hi, this is John Calabrese. Is your company looking to hire qualified, dependable employees but unsure of where to look? Let Express Employment Professionals take on the recruitment and hiring process for you. We're a locally owned, full-service staffing firm. We'll help you find your next star employees. Business decisions come down to time and money, and Express can save you both. We take on finding employees for you so you can focus on meeting your business goals. Find us on the web at expressmohawkvalley.com for details on how to get started. Are you looking for a great job? Stop searching. ECR International is hiring for assemblers and maintenance technicians. You could be working for the company that actually helped kickstart the world-famous Boilermaker Road Race. Both of the positions that we're currently hiring for offer excellent pay with a full benefits package. Instead of waking up every day dreading work, wake up and have a fulfilling job working for a great local company. Work for ECR International. To find out more, just call Express Employment at 315-790-5723.
Christmas, more than any other time, is for the gathering of families to celebrate the joy that the season brings. For many, there is no home, no family, and no joy. Children cannot experience the joy of Santa because no one can afford a gift for them. And to many, Christmas Day brings only more loneliness and misery. The good news is, it doesn't have to be this way. With your generous donation of $12, you can provide Christmas for a child at the Rome Rescue Mission. A traditional Christmas meal, a visit from Santa, a toy, and celebrating the birth of baby Jesus can all be made possible with a donation of just $12. Please donate now at romemission.org. That's romemission.org. Rome Rescue Mission, a hand up, not a handout.
WIBX 950 and 106.9 FM. This is Keeler.
Well, good morning, day before Thanksgiving. It's 6:51. So, lots to do tomorrow. Of course, the Buffalo Bills will be playing Detroit. That's the 12:30 game. The later game of the afternoon will be the Giants and the Dallas Cowboys. So a lot going on there tomorrow. On that fire in Ilion that happened on Monday night, it looks like 13 people, a total of 13 people have been misplaced out of those two homes. 13 people, 9 adults and 4 children after the fire on East Clark Street. The OD reporting Ilion firefighters were dispatched at around 5:15. And, you know, there are a lot of photos and videos out there of the blaze and how bad it was and how close it was to Stewart's. In fact, we spoke to officials from Stewart's yesterday who said they had to actually turn their pumps off because they were worried that it might end up causing a problem. Certainly, there was no problem. In fact, one of the very awesome parts of this story is that Stewart's remained open all night long and served as a safe haven for those who had been displaced. They were there, they were fed, kept warm inside the Stewart store until the Red Cross was able to take over. Part of the problem, they say Monday night, was the wind. Gusts between 20 and 40 miles per hour were coming through at the time, which is what ended up spreading the fire, they say, to the second house. It started in house number 1, and then the winds got into it, and it really just fueled that fire. That wind just like any fire when you're trying to you're running a campfire and you're trying to put air in underneath it. That's exactly what the winds did, and those fires moved very, very quickly. But a total of 13 people were displaced from that alien fire. Terrible because it happened. It would never be a good time, but it seems worse when it happens around the holidays.
Right. Yeah, it's a terrible time.
Black Friday. Are you ready? Some of the big specials. This is Walmart's list of specials that are already out there. That's the thing. You can buy these Black Friday specials right now.
I wonder if people getting injured and stuff, if they were suing and they just said, "I'm sick of the lawsuits. We gotta," or if the whole culture just changed completely because you're not seeing everything's closed.
I think it's a bottom line.
Yeah,
I think they're making more money this way.
Yeah, right. If we can offer the best deals all these other times, doesn't that bring people out?
And think about it. How many times you'd go and they'd be out of supply? Sorry, we don't have the item. But here, they're probably using stuff that they've got in stock, stuff that hasn't moved, and all of a sudden it becomes the highly focused, the big Black Friday special. For instance, you know those robotic vacuums? You'll spend $500 on one of those, or more, depending on the brand that you get. But there is the Shark Artificial Intelligence Vac Mop. Powerful vacuums and mops. It mops your floor at the same time as vacuuming. This thing normally sells for $479.99, and it would go around. It'll bump or it'll see the cupboard. It'll turn the other way. Ultimately, it'll cover your entire floor, and it would mop your entire floor and vacuum it beforehand. There's even sonic mopping scrubs at high speeds to break down messes. It absorbs into a soft, washable microfiber mopping pad.
I've seen
microfiber mopping pad.
I've seen these, and they are pretty incredible.
They are. They sell for $479.99 regularly. Right now, you could purchase it as a Black Friday special for $188.
That's a great deal.
That's a pretty good deal.
My mother actually asked me.
Although, be careful. Don't go getting your wife a vacuum for Christmas. This should just be, hey, look what I bought and brought it home.
My mother said something because they have like little robots that'll mow your lawn too.
They do,
and they're expensive. My mother
those
asked
have been
me,
around for. I remember seeing that at Disney 20 years ago, and now look at it. Now they're commonplace today.
So she asked me because I have a large backyard. Would I ever be interested in something like that? Just curiously, and I said no. That's why I had a son. What are you kidding me?
That's right.
Give me a robot. I got
Get
a
out
kid.
there and mow that lawn. Before the kid, you had a herd of goats and put them out there. It was awesome.
They were cheaper than the kid, though.
Yeah, they were. What do you feed them? The lawn. That's what we give them. That's what they eat. They love it. Sometimes it's tough. Staying awake. Staying awake can be difficult at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Because you stayed up last night and watched the Syracuse game. And then you're up at 4 o'clock in the morning. What the hell are you thinking? So an espresso from time to time would help. And it's not every day you can run out to Daylight Donuts 3, 4, 5 times to keep going. So maybe you need your own personal barista. The Chefman Barista Pro Espresso machine normally sells for $139. Right now on Black Friday, you can get it for $99. Isn't that wonderful?
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. Maybe you're looking for a new office chair. They have this office chair that's the G-Tracing GTW 200. It reclines. It adjusts for height. It can be a gaming chair. You can plug your Wi-Fi into it. or your USB into it, or your phone and charge it. These chairs normally sell for for $99. It doesn't give the initial price, but you can get it for $99. I guess that's a price. That's a good price, a good deal. There are a ton of them. Just go to their website, and you'll see many of these Black Friday specials you can get right now, right from the comfort of your own home.
I have to share this with you because we were talking about the show yesterday. I stopped to see my mother, and she said, "Look what I got." So we went in the living room, and now she has about a 46 or a 50-inch television in her living room.
Nice.
But she was out, and she saw a sign. It was some early Black Friday stuff, and it was 40-inch TV, smart TV, Hulu hookup, Netflix, the whole nine, $98.
And the question she should be asking is, can I watch the Keeler in the Morning Show?
That's why she bought the TV. I said, Mom, well, you got
Can I watch
40-inch?
my son on TV to see if his hair is growing in? And the answer to that is yes. If you have a smart TV, you can watch it right on your TV.
Yeah, absolutely. So she's got me setting up. She's got me coming early tomorrow to do the setup so she can, from now on, she can watch the Keeler Show on YouTube.
All the smart TVs have the YouTube app, and you click on it. You search Keeler live stream. If you subscribe, it will automatically pop up for you. It's very easy to do.
She was very excited. And
Very nice.
She wasn't even interested in was this a good deal? Do you think it was worth it?
She was all in.
She was like, this is the TV that I can get to watch. I'm like, any smart TV, you can do it. You can
love
watch
it.
the show.
Michael this morning says, Gerard, you couldn't remember Gerard's name earlier. You couldn't remember it. That's because he ended up in Boeheim's doghouse, and he did a couple times. He hit the bench, and when you're asked to sit next to Boeheim, that's usually not a good thing. And that was last night.
Was he doing a lot of talking, Boeheim? Because I feel like you have to go sit next to Boeheim, but he simultaneously gives you the cold shoulder. Like you sit next to him, and he doesn't acknowledge you.
Come sit next to me, and then he won't say a word to you. Yeah, Gerard was not scoring. He scored after having a record 31 points, his record high in a game on Monday night. Last night he couldn't score. 3 points is all he had, and that was the difference in the game. Syracuse loses in overtime last night, second overtime in a row. Trump has a very hard time understanding just because you appoint somebody to a position, they don't bend the knee to you forever. They only do that in the Game of Thrones, which that does happen there. Great program. Got a break. News coming up right now. Straight ahead on WIBX.
From the Stanley Theater Studio, WIBX 950 Utica Rome, W295DI Utica Rome, your news, talk, and sports leader, a Town Square media station.
Shooting interrupts shopping. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. It happened inside a Walmart late last night in Chesapeake, Virginia.
Gunshots rang out. We now know from Chesapeake, 7 dead, including the shooter. And of the injured, 5 have been taken to a local hospital.
Fox's Griff Jenkins outside the store. Republican Virginia Governor Glenn Youngkin just tweeted that his heart breaks with Chesapeake. Heinous acts of violence have no place in our communities. The shooting days after the one at a nightclub in Colorado Springs.
I am sore. I took quite a few shots in different areas.
Anthony was one of 19 people injured. 5 were killed. The accused gunman was stopped and injured by clubgoers who fought back. He's now out of a hospital. Anderson Aldridge has a court hearing today. A governor in Ukraine claims a Russian missile strike hit a hospital maternity ward overnight, killing a 2-day-old baby. In Israel, 2 bombings near Jerusalem bus stops left 1 person dead, 18 injured. Democrats in Congress will finally get what they've been after. Former President Trump's tax returns. The Supreme Court ended his fight to stop them.
Without comment or any noted dissent, an order from the court lifts a temporary hold put in place to allow legal arguments to be made. The Democratic-led House panel has been trying for 3 years to see the tax records, arguing federal law requires the IRS and Treasury Department to provide the documents as part of oversight of U.S. tax law.
Fox's Jared Halpern. Republicans could end the investigation when they take control of the House in January. Millions of Americans are traveling the day before Thanksgiving. Most will drive, not all.
Took the Amtrak all the way over here. It was pretty fun. Beats the drive. Used to drive the gas.
It's been getting cheaper, down 14 cents since last week, but AAA's national average for regular $3.61 a gallon is the highest Thanksgiving price on record. America's listening to Fox News.
Do you find yourself stuck in a timeshare? Get the real facts about the timeshare industry and your options for cancellation. Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, beat the largest timeshare company in federal court and has put together a free information guide that reveals the secrets the timeshare industry doesn't want you to know, including the 5 ways to get rid of your timeshare. Call now and get this timeshare cancellation guide absolutely free.
Call 800-838-1441. That's 800-838-1441.
Dell Technologies Black Friday event has arrived with select deals on top tech to power business productivity. The savings start now with up to 50% off select performance business PCs powered by 12th Gen Intel Core processors. Don't forget special pricing on the latest monitors, docks, and accessories, including free shipping on everything. Call a Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL for Black Friday deals. That's 877-ASK-DELL.
All right, we have mostly cloudy skies, 31 degrees. Good morning. I'm Jeff Manaski. WIBX News Time is 7:03. This news update is brought to you by City Suburban. Right now, you can save up to $9,000 in rebates and get 0% financing for 48 months on a new heating system. Just go to citysuburban.com today. A note regarding a permanent traffic change in downtown Utica. Auditorium Drive, adjacent to the Adirondack Bank Center at the Utica Memorial Auditorium, is now a one-way street. Going forward, traffic will only be permitted northbound on Auditorium Drive between Whitesboro Street and Route 5S. Motorists looking to travel southbound should follow detour signage that will reconnect you to State Route 5S. Governor Kathy Hochul signing off on new legislation aimed at preventing hate crimes and promoting diversity. Her action comes just days after 2 men were arrested for making threats against New York's Jewish community and a deadly mass shooting at an LGBTQ nightclub in Colorado. One measure requires people convicted of hate crimes to undergo mandatory training in hate crime prevention and education as part of their sentence. The second piece of legislation establishes a statewide campaign to promote inclusion, tolerance, understanding, and diversity. Senator Kirsten Gillibrand in Syracuse yesterday speaking out about a court decision that puts the Interstate 81 construction project on hold. Earlier this month, a group called Renew 81 for All asked for a temporary restraining order to be put in effect because it believes that the state's plan is going to lead to major traffic problems and other issues. A judge did grant that temporary restraining order. During a visit to Syracuse yesterday, Gillibrand criticized the lawsuit filed by Renew 81, claiming it's delaying what she called a monumental project. A hearing in the case is set for January 12th. With a lot of people hitting the road for the Thanksgiving holiday, police across New York State will crack down on impaired drivers as they do each holiday. Increased patrols begin today and run through Monday. During last year's Thanksgiving holiday period, troopers arrested 183 people for DWI. Police urge anyone who is planning to drink alcoholic beverages to make sure that they have a plan for a safe ride home. The New York State Lottery is making a request of Empire State residents this holiday season. They ask that you not buy scratch-off lottery tickets for kids as gifts, saying that lottery games should only be gifted by adults to adults. The National Council on Problem Gambling says youth gambling has become a significant and growing issue. A nice holiday story to bring some extra warmth this season. Back in September, we brought you the story of a dog named Nova found along Route 12 that was extremely emaciated and in poor health. After receiving medical care and a fair amount of TLC at Anita's Stephen Swan Humane Society, Nova has made a dramatic recovery. Now healthy, happy, and back to normal weight. You can check out the photos for yourself on our website at WIBX950.com. Your Weather Center forecast calling for a slight chance of flurries this morning. Will be mostly cloudy by this afternoon, a high today of 40 degrees. Overnight tonight, mostly cloudy and a low of 28. Sunshine for Thanksgiving Day with a high of 48 degrees. Friday, some rain showers possible, a high of 46. Saturday, mostly sunny, and again, a high of 48. Right now, we have mostly cloudy skies, 30 degrees. WIBX News Time, 7:07. The time brought to you by Harley-Davidson of Utica and Power Sports of Utica. Stop in today to check out their large selection. They're located at 4870 Commercial Drive. Checking sports, Syracuse loses in overtime to St. John's in that Empire Classic. St. John's celebrates a victory and a championship in the tournament as Syracuse fell 76-69 in overtime. The Orange now 3-2 on the season. They will host Bryant University coming up on Saturday afternoon. The New York Football Giants adding some depth on Tuesday. They've agreed to sign veteran tight end Nick Vannett to the practice squad. The 29-year-old was a former third-round pick of the Seattle Seahawks out of Ohio State. He's played for Seattle, Pittsburgh, Denver, and New Orleans. The G-Men will be looking to bounce back from a loss this weekend to Detroit. New York is tied for second in the NFC East at 7-3. They will visit the Dallas Cowboys. That's the 4:30 game tomorrow afternoon. The Buffalo Bills in Detroit once again, this time as the road team. They'll take on the Detroit Lions, a 12:30 start on Thanksgiving Day. We will have all three games in the Thanksgiving triple header for you right here on WIBX. Basketball, the Nets unable to extend their winning streak to 3 games. They fell 115-106 to the 76ers in Philadelphia. It was Ben Simmons' first game back at the Wells Fargo Center since being traded to the Sixers, from the Sixers to Brooklyn. He recorded a double-double, 11 points and 11 assists. Kyrie Irving led all net scorers with 23 points. The Knicks are off until after Thanksgiving. They'll be looking to secure their second win in a row when they host the Portland Trail Blazers on Friday night. It's the first of 2 games between the two teams this season. Portland 10-7 so far this year. The Knicks are 9-9. The Rangers have won 3 of their last 4 games after a come-from-behind win to beat the Kings 5-3. Gabriel Velarde gave the Kings a 2-goal lead with his 11th of the season, but the Rangers responded with 3 goals in the second period, then held on for the victory. The New Jersey Devils look to make history tonight. New Jersey looking to set a new franchise record with a 14th consecutive victory. The Devils play host to the Toronto Maple Leafs, and the Utica Comets are home at the Adirondack Bank Center this evening. They are hosting the Senators. It's a 7 o'clock puck drop at the Adirondack Bank Center tonight. WIBX News Time, 7:10. First news with Keeler in the morning on WIBX 950 AM and 106.9 FM. We'll talk a little bit more sports coming up. A local football team, Pop Warner, had an amazing season, and they were actually part of a national tournament. Details on that coming up here on Keeler.
Hi, I'm Oneida County Executive Anthony Pacenti. Over the years, you've brought them into your home. You were prescribed opiates after a surgery 2 years ago, a broken bone last year, and a dental procedure last month. They helped when you were in pain, and you held on to them just in case. Holding on to unused medication like opiates puts your family at risk. Remove the risk by getting 2 free medication disposal bags mailed directly to your home. Hurry and don't delay. There's a limited supply.
Go to ocopioidtaskforce.org.
Every day at NBT Bank, we focus our business around all the ways we can help yours. We're large enough to offer leading business and digital solutions, but local enough to ensure personalized one-on-one service. So turn to NBT Bank for a full range of business solutions, like capital and treasury management services, even fraud protection, and see how NBT Bank is just the right size to help you do big things. Visit nbtbank.com to learn more and start a conversation. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Christmas, more than any other time, is for the gathering of families to celebrate the joy that the season brings. For many, there is no home, no family, and no joy. Children cannot experience the joy of Santa because no one can afford a gift for them. And to many, Christmas Day brings only more loneliness and misery. The good news is, it doesn't have to be this way. With your generous donation of $12, you can provide Christmas for a child at the Rome Rescue Mission. A traditional Christmas meal, a visit from Santa, a toy, and celebrating the birth of baby Jesus can all be made possible with a donation of just $12. Please donate now at romemission.org. That's romemission.org. Rome Rescue Mission, a hand up, not a handout.
Hi, Laura here from the Old Wicker Mill, and we're ready for the holidays anytime you are. We're your one-stop shop for all your holiday gift-giving needs, with top brands like Pandora, Brighton, Vera Bradley, Uno de 50, and Swarovski. There's toys from Fisher-Price, Melissa & Doug, Jellycat, Green Toys, Nido, Squishmallows, and Fat Brain. We have great gift ideas from Nora Fleming, Lolita wine glasses. There's Brewmate, Willow Tree figurines, Mud Pie tabletop, and our expanded women's fashion department. Christmas shopping should be fun, and the Old Wicker Mill is your one-stop shop for fun. We're well-stocked with more gift ideas than you can imagine, and we have a great staff to help you navigate our amazing inventory. We'll help you check off that list so you'll have more time to spend with family and friends. After all, isn't that what the holidays are about? You may even run into them while you're here shopping. So this holiday season, let us help you put fun back into your holiday shopping. That's the Old Wicker Mill, conveniently located at the New Hartford Shopping Center.
Oh, if you lived round here for long, you're getting prepped for winter. Now, something to add to your checklist is immunizations. Well, I know it's no fun, but you know it's even less fun getting sick, especially if you're over 65. You could use high-dose flu, pneumonia, and a COVID booster. Protect yourself from all the nasties out there while you still can. Make an appointment at kinnydrugs.com for Pete's sake. Oh, quit your lollygagging.
Looking for something invigorating to do the day after Thanksgiving? Then come to the first annual Art for All Expo, which is taking place from noon to 6 p.m. on Black Friday, November 25th at 4 Element Studio, 1607 Genesee Street in Utica. Come see the amazing artwork and learn more about 4 Element Studio, such as its impressive art gallery, arts and creative workshops, specialty art classes for all abilities, after-school programs, and so much more. The expo will be on display for the month of December. You don't want to miss out.
Hey, if you're looking for a new home, maybe 2023 is going to be that year where you move up, you move down, and maybe consolidate a bit. Either way, maybe it's the year you decide you're going to sell your home. A mortgage is needed, and you're going to need a mortgage that is perfectly suited for you if you get into something else, a new home. Whether it's your first home, a refinance, or you're just simply making a move, Adirondack Bank has the perfect mortgage for you. All different options. They'll work with you. They're very highly professional experts. Will work out the perfect mortgage that's best suited for you. Fixed conventional, construction mortgages, FHA, VA mortgages, second home, vacation home, investment property, camp financing program, USDA rural housing loans, all there suited to your specific needs. Their team of professional and dedicated staff can help you choose the right product that is perfect. It's a local bank. They make local decisions, and with 14 locations in the area, you add their mobile banking app, Adirondack is just a click, a call, or a short drive away. Visit any one of the locations today or go to AdirondackBank.com to begin your ADK experience. You can also visit ADKBank.com. A mortgage from Adirondack Bank, perfectly suited to your needs. Adirondack Bank, member FDIC.
WIBX 950 and 106.9 FM. This is Keeler.
I don't know if you'd call this a great story or a horrific story, but bad things can happen to anyone, right? Would we agree? You don't have to be poor. You don't have to grow up in a rough neighborhood. You could be wealthy and stupid.
Yes.
You could be poor and stupid.
You can be smart and middle of the road.
You can be smart, right? You can still be stupid. So the CEO of Tyson Foods.
Okay.
You're talking about some real money here.
Mm-hmm.
Got so drunk the other night that he ended up breaking into someone else's home and went to bed thinking it was his own home.
Oh, my.
When police arrived, and I actually have a little bit of video, I got to be careful because you never know. Let's just piece a little of it. None of this video for me is playing. I wonder if it's and why that is. I can't figure that out. Either way, I'll figure it out. He wakes up and he's like, "I just want to go back to bed." And cops are like, "No, you're gonna do it one way. We're gonna help you, or you're going to jail." And the guy rolled back over and went to sleep. They took him out in handcuffs. He is the CEO of Tyson Foods, or the CFO. Should I say probably was?
Yes, the former CFO of Tyson Foods.
I mean, how do you survive that?
Yeah, I don't think that you can. That's very embarrassing. And then, you know what, to make matters worse.
Oh, and by the way, they released to TMZ the body cam footage. So you're seeing this guy. He's completely naked getting out of bed.
Oh, my goodness.
And then they finally got him to put his underwear back on. And you see that photo as well. It's not good.
Oh, okay. Look, I thought this was going to be one of those, I broke in. Maybe I walked in through a sliding glass door that was unlocked. I passed out on the couch. This guy took his clothes off, got naked, and was in somebody's bed.
Went into the bedroom, covered up, took his clothes off, covered up, and away he went.
And then the cops show up, and he wants to say he's hitting the snooze button with the cops there.
He was.
I mean, come on.
He was so inebriated he did not know what he was doing. That's yeah.
Oh man.
Well, listen, we've all had tough nights, right? I'm not sure we're living what he's living right now, with so much writing on it, the world writing on it. It's not often we talk about Pop Warner football, but in Little Falls, a 12U football program actually went a long ways this year into the national tournament, and they will be playing, or they
no, they unfortunately
played?
got bounced this weekend, and I talked to Mike. He's got some interesting stats on some of the other players. It was,
it's tough for us up here. Because of weather, it makes it very, very difficult.
Well,
these
and
programs,
class of school.
Right,
think of
right.
the Little Falls district versus some of these metropolitan areas that have huge. They have thousands of kids to choose from.
Yeah. Mike Licio is the coach of this 12U football team from Little Falls, and he's on the line right now. Mike, good morning.
Good morning, Bill. How are you?
Good. How you doing? Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you. Let me clarify too. I'm not the coach. I'm the president of the organization.
Fair enough.
The 12U team. The head coach is Kyle Silstra. But I've been the president of the Little Falls Pop Warner now. This is, I think, going on my 14th year.
Okay. The other thing is you make it home to your own bed every night, right? That's the key.
Well, I was laughing hysterically because I know a couple people that have had that experience.
Yeah, I know. I swear. It's, crazy things, crazier things have probably happened.
Okay, that's a good one.
Yes, it is. So this team, which you're oversee as part of the Pop Warner program, they ended up traveling all the way to Florida. Talk about where they went this year, how far they went.
Well, they locally the team was undefeated. They were the Tri-Valley champions. They did an unbelievable job. They were pretty much dominant of the local things. And just so you, Bill, you understand, Little Falls is a Class D school.
Yeah.
We play up at division, so we play against more of the Romes, the Uticas, the Whitesboroughs, and all that. We don't play the local league. So we play up. So we were already classified up, and they went undefeated and pretty much dominated them.
Wow.
And then they went into regional play, and we first beat Albany, which I thought was going to be a pretty tough task. And they beat them. They beat them 18-14. And then the next game they played was against Rochester, and they pretty much handled Rochester, in my opinion. They almost borderline dominated them. If we didn't turn the ball over and give them 2 scores, I don't think they would have scored against us.
Wow.
And that's saying a lot because you know how small Little Falls is. And
I do, and can I also say that I've spent a lot of time in Little Falls, and Little Falls has never had since the early '70s was really never known as a big football school. Dolgeville always was the big football school.
Always.
So this is a little peek potentially into the future for Little Falls.
I would think so. There's a tremendous pipeline. To give you some statistics, we've been able to grow this program now where we had over in total football, we had over 100 kids playing in the Pop Warner level. And to give you a retrospective of my whole organization, the youngest group, which is the 8-year-olds, they came in first in the same division. The 10-year-olds came in third, and obviously the 12-year-olds came in first.
Yeah, wow.
So overall, the organization has really, in terms of quality of play, has never been stronger in the 14 years I've had it.
What have you like changed the pipeline? You're bringing in water from Dollarville. You've cut off their supply. I don't know what's going on, but this is big.
I think the biggest reason why we're having success is because 4 years ago, I think it was now, Bill, that Pop Warner finally changed their policies about who can play.
Okay.
And instead of being strictly an age-based formula, now they have now it's unlimited weight.
Okay.
And we're getting a lot more of the bigger kids that are playing. We just have a lot of kids that never could make the weight before. You had to be basically a wrestler. In terms of that mindset to be able to play Pop Warner, because it was pretty hard. You had to be a certain age and a certain weight, and there was that alienated a lot of kids. So now that there's unlimited weight, and they made the age requirements a little bit tighter in terms of how many years apart you could be. That's helped us tremendously. So I think that's one of the biggest reasons why we're having such more success.
So you ended up winning the state and then moving on to the nationals.
We never got to Florida. We got beat in the game right before Florida.
Oh, okay.
By the other regional champion, which was out of Pennsylvania. Called Marsh Creek.
That's a huge accomplishment for these kids.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. It was these kids were. They did something really locally that hasn't been done in Little Falls ever that far. With Tri-Valley, who governs the local Pop Warner League, it's the first time they've had anybody get this far in 14 years. And
wow,
to be one of the last 16 teams in the country playing in, our little program here was quite an accomplishment. I mean, these guys really exceeded to a level. I knew they were going to be good. I had no idea they would be this good. The coaching staff, Kyle Solstra, the head coach, just did a tremendous job with getting these kids to play at a level that I have not seen locally ever. They hit harder than any team that I've seen at this level ever. So it was
nice
accomplishment to the players and the coaching staff. They did a tremendous job, molding this team and really get to do what they did.
So when you say the final 16 teams, you said in the country?
That's correct.
In the country from Little Falls. It is enormous. And was it Class D level, or you're talking any program?
It was basically most of the school. Like the school program, to give you an idea, we've lost to. So we had one 12U program. They had 4.
Wow.
Just in their own organization.
Yeah.
They were in AAA school. And that's who we ended up finally losing in the final game.
Wow.
We lost 30-6. We played hard, played tough, but at the end of the day, when you look over the field and you're dealing with 12 and 13-year-olds, and they had 4 players on their field that were bigger than any adult we had on the sidelines. At some point you just realize that we just don't have that kind of pool to draw from players from. So, but it was great. The experience was great. The fact that they accomplished this was, in the Pop world, Pop Warner world, kind of a big deal. It was just a tremendous and overwhelmingly great experience for everybody involved.
That's awesome.
The community support was extremely overwhelming, because if we had won that game, we were going to have to raise $40,000 to get the team to Florida, and the community had just stepped up and just sent me messages. Don't worry, we'll help you. We'll make this happen. So it was just a tremendous experience for everybody involved in terms of the community, the players.
So my guess is in the next 3 to 4 years, keep your eye on Little Falls varsity football.
Yeah,
I would hope so. Yeah, I think so. I think they should be very good. They got a lot of talent going up. And this is something that they've not had the luxury of having in a long time. As long as the kids stay together, as long as they all continue to keep playing, there should be positive things coming for these guys.
Well, listen, that's awesome news. That really is an awesome accomplishment.
Just one more follow-up, because you said that you were able to expand your pool of potential players, but because they got rid of a weight limit. Now, as you were mentioning, some of the other team you played, the kids are 6'1", 6'2". I mean, I'm 6'1".
There was a kid on the team we just played was 6'1". I think he was 195.
6'1", 195.
Wow.
Do they have the same? Did they have the same type of weight limit?
It's all the same now.
Okay.
It's everybody can play any weight limit, which I think is, I had kind of championed for that for as long as I've been involved in football.
Yeah,
'Cause I always said, we tell the tall kids that we want them to play basketball. We tell the kids that pitch hard that we want them to pitch, but in football we tell the big kids they can't play.
They can't
It
play.
It made no sense to
Yeah.
me. You know,
Right.
But yeah, it was great. You know, they had that Marsh Creek team that we just lost to. I think they had 3 kids on their line that were over 200 pounds. I mean, these kids were just amazingly big, and they were very good. I mean, they were impressive. They were just something special to watch.
You know,
and the fact that our team played with them was, I thought, we played hard against them, real hard.
Yeah.
And we caused a couple turnovers. The game was close. We were only down 7-0 halfway through most of the way through the second quarter.
Wow.
But when you're playing a team like that, eventually, unfortunately, their athleticism and size is gonna be it. So
I've got Dino Babers on the line. He was wondering if any of these kids would be available this weekend.
They are.
You got any transfers, Coach? So now that's what I was just going to say too. You know, having to face kids that size, 30-6 is not a blowout. It's really not. It's a couple scores. You know.
Yeah, it was a couple. You know, we had caused a few turnovers against them. We were able to stop them, and we were able to move the ball. You know, it wasn't like they were, never in the game. It was, they did well. I was really more proud of those boys in that game, watching those guys coach in that game than it was in some of the other games. You know, that was impressive.
And I got to tell you, keep in mind that many of the programs that will end up in Florida are programs where these kids are playing football all year long. And we don't have that. We certainly don't have that luxury up here. So
no, we do not.
Yeah.
But they do. I talked to their coaching staff, and most of those kids, it's football, and it's football.
Yeah.
They're trying to be Division I players. They're just living football. You know.
Mike Licio, congratulations to everybody over there and the kids, and that's a great accomplishment. Nice job.
All right. Thank you very much for having me, guys. Wishing you and your family a happy Thanksgiving, and take care. Thanks a lot.
You do the same. Happy Thanksgiving. Thanks so much.
All right.
7:29. Quick break, and then are we doing this? The legal. Our legal segment. I love. We throw out 3 topics, and our legal expert just blows us away with the facts,
now,
the truth.
One of the topics we're going to get into, I know this in advance, is the FTX, which is like the digital, the crypto, and everybody's going nuts about it.
Well, and Brady and all these others have. I kind of wonder, and Brett Favre was involved in another situation where he's gotten involved with a company and did endorsements. A lot of these guys, they're endorsing. You're paid to endorse.
Right.
Is it any secret that they don't really know the science behind the product or the science behind the crypto? I find it hard to believe that we're going after the spokesperson.
I completely agree.
But we'll talk more about it coming up. By the way, Mike saying on that Tyson arrest, that was 2 weeks ago. He landed in the person's bed, in another person's bed. The CFO of Tyson Foods. By the way, his last name is Tyson, so you realize that he's probably safe in his job.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but he's apologized to investors after the arrest. But what is this going to do to that company when he hangs around as CFO? Crazy story.
That's a great
All right,
question.
we'll come right back with that legal expert coming right up at WIBX.
Hi, I'm Oneida County Executive Anthony Pacenti. Over the years, you've brought them into your home. You were prescribed opiates after a surgery 2 years ago, a broken bone last year, and a dental procedure last month. They helped when you were in pain, and you held on to them just in case. Holding on to unused medication like opiates puts your family at risk. Remove the risk by getting 2 free medication disposal bags mailed directly to your home. Hurry and don't delay. There's a limited supply.
Go to ocopioidtaskforce.org.
Truck crash? Choose William Mattar, the largest motor vehicle accident firm in the state. After a crash, an investigation may need to be started immediately, so call now. When you visit WilliamMattar.com, you'll see that motor vehicle accidents are what we do. Truck crash? Call William Mattar, 315-444-4444, South State Street, Syracuse, 315-444-4444.
WIBX 950 and 106.9 FM. This is Keeler.
All right, Andrew Reed is our legal expert this morning. Takes a look at some of the legal stories making the headlines, and there are some doozies out there this week that we can talk about. Yes, stuff actually happens during a holiday week. Andrew, good morning. Thanks for coming on.
Good morning.
It does, right? I mean, we think about everything stops on holiday week. Oh, no, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
There's still a lot going on out there. Let's start with this crypto thing. The FTX founder, Sam Bankman-Fried, hit with class action lawsuit that also names Brady, his wife, Shaq, and others. What do we know about this thing?
Yeah, so this one's just one of those, in a way, kind of crazy cases. So this is filed by one of the investors that was using the FTX crypto exchange and basically trying to get his money back. And he's saying you've got all these people that were supporting it. They would have known a little bit about the exchange itself and what was going on. And so he's just going, all these other people, all these promoters and everyone combined with the company were using what they're calling deceptive trade practices and trying to go about promotions and getting people to get on there even though they may not have known what was truly going on or even known anything about the company.
I find that is probably a lot more prevalent than we're making it out to be. Do you agree?
It's one in a lot of cases, I would say personally, yes, you do have a lot of promoters that don't know about the companies that they're getting involved with other than they're getting paid to promote.
Which is important for you to learn, right, before you tag your reputation to somebody else's.
Exactly.
Yeah. Interesting. All right, let's go to. Do you have any more on that, Jeff?
No, I this is just such a huge story, and I just can't believe that I feel like the reason that they're targeting Brady and Steph Curry and all these other stars is because from what they're reading, the Sam Bankman-Fried guy either gave the money to somebody else or that money's gone. So they're like, if we're going to get anything from this, we've got to go to the people who still have money in their pockets. And it sounds like this Bankman-Fried guy is broke.
Fried, it's how it's pronounced, huh? Bankman-Fried. Yep. Yeah. Again, it's the art of being able to sell, right? You want to present yourself as much bigger than you are, but when you start getting into money and currency and public trading, all of a sudden deception is, you can build yourself up all you want, but deception can be a real problem. Even President Trump is facing this right now, because how much you can borrow is dependent upon what you actually have and what you're worth and all of that. Okay. Topic 2. My wife loved this show. She would watch this show, which you know what that means, Andrew, is that means I'm sitting there on my laptop, all of a sudden I'm watching it. Yeah. Don't think that I'm not watching that yacht show that's out there, Down Under, or whatever that's called. Todd and Julie Crisley. Driven by greed as they engaged in an extensive bank fraud scheme. You'd have thought these people had all the money in the world. But now it looks like they're going to jail, right?
Actually, what has come out, it actually came out yesterday. They have been sentenced to, I believe it was 12 years and 7 years, respectively.
Wow.
And $17 million in restitution.
Wow. And you saw this on the other show my wife watched, where one of those housewife programs, same type of thing. That husband and wife went to jail.
Mm-hmm. And so in this case, what it was, they apparently what was being accused is there was some falsified information that was used, saying that there were more assets than there were, and then potentially hiding of the money in particular from the television show as personal assets to pay the taxes and pay back some of these loans that they had supposedly taken out. So now you've got all that money, and everyone's going, wait a minute, where's the money? You say you have all this money on TV.
Right.
Where's the money?
Right. Yeah, and I mean their whole program was about flaunting what they had.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But look, isn't this fraud aside, but celebrities or wannabe celebrities going on TV and saying, I have this, that, and the other thing? I mean, we see this with legitimate stars who, name the rapper who actually owns the chains that he wears, that he doesn't rent them from the jewelry store. You know what I mean?
Well, right. And that whole thing about presenting a positive image. If you look good, people will respect you. They'll think that you are, they'll think you're successful. They'll know you're successful. All of that crap.
Mm-hmm. Exactly, and that's why you got people that want to look and seem famous, and so they try as best as they can, and yet it's one they can't.
Yeah. Finally, Rent a Hitman. He created the Rent a Hitman website for a class project as a joke, but then police got involved after the site got a slew of inquiries from people who actually wanted to rent a hitman.
Entrepreneur of the year, this young man is.
Wow.
Yep, and luckily for all of us in the rest of the world, he has actually agreed to help law enforcement to arguably catch these people that are trying to hire hitman. So what was reported is he's actually started doing it where he'll wait 24 hours, he'll reach back out to the person, and if they still want to hire a hitman, or in some cases actually want to learn how to be a hitman, then he, through his IT knowledge, because that's how the website got started, him and some buddies were going to school for IT security, so they know the information technology side of things, and he's able to track where these people are located, so he turns it over to local law enforcement.
Wow.
Wow. So he's actually working with. So if you're trying to hire a hitman, don't use this kid's website.
Yes.
Exactly.
And then I got to say, I'm back to the reality stars. This Todd and Julie Chrisley. I'm thinking maybe I may be deceiving the public. Like this morning, remember when I told you that I was tight? Before he died, I've been around for a few years, tight with Mahatma Gandhi, and back in the day, and even presented this, Andrew, this morning as proof. Here it is.
This is Mahatma Gandhi, and you are listening to the Keeler in the Morning Show.
That's Gandhi right there promoting my show. I may be deceiving the public here. Do you think?
We may have to look at the facts a little more closely.
Yeah, well, I'm just telling you, it's real audio. We may have used a little artificial intelligence to get there, but it's audio.
I'm going to be so angry if I get lumped into a class action with you over this.
We're the only program you'll ever do that says we're promoted by Gandhi. He's one of our spokespeople. Enjoy your Thanksgiving, Andrew. Thank you.
Take care, man.
You too.
All right, it's 7:39. Let's move on. I have Mighty John the Record Guy is coming up. Before we get there, we're going to do our free money question of the day. I got a great question for you this morning, and it could be worth $106 and 90 cents. 106.9 FM is our FM frequency. Of course, you can download the app. Just search WIBX 950 in the Apple Store or in Google Play. You can also go to YouTube right now and watch us on your smart TV or driving down the road in your car. You don't have to watch it with your car. Just go to YouTube and search Keeler live stream, and you'll see what shirt Jeff Banaski is wearing.
I've got my retro, I don't know if it's a retro, it's my alternate Giants jersey, which I hope we wear tomorrow when we stomp those stinking Cowboys. All right, I got the 2-7 on. It's the old, it's Giancarlo Stanton's number, okay, but that's not why I have it. It's because I was born on the 27th, so in case you're wondering whose number it is.
Yeah.
But we're taking down those Cowboys tomorrow.
Big day of turkey and football tomorrow.
All 3 games on IBX tomorrow, by the way.
Carmine, filling in for Davey, what caller number do you want to go with here this morning?
Let's go with caller number 4.
Caller number 4. I have a great question that I think you're going to, when you get the answer finally on this, you'll be like, wow, I never knew that. Now, that may mean you're not going to win. I don't know. I hope you win. This will include, if they'd like, Comets tickets for tonight's game, as well as some other prizes, whether they win the cash or not. So let's take caller 4 right now, 315-736-0186, right now from WIBX.
Go green and save green right now at City Suburban. There has never been a better way to heat and cool your home than with a new heat pump system from City Suburban. They provide energy-efficient comfort year-round, offer room-by-room temperature control, and are 40% more efficient than conventional systems. And the best part is right now, you can save up to $9,000 in rebates with the New York State Clean Heat Program. Go green and make the switch today. And as always, receive City Suburban POMG. That's peace of mind guaranteed.
This is Chris from City Suburban on Route 233 in Westmoreland.
There's never been a better time to upgrade your system than right now. You can save up to $9,000 in rebates, make your home more energy efficient for years to come, and as always, receive our 100% POMG. That's peace of mind guaranteed. Take advantage of this amazing offer. Call us today at 853-3899. That's 853-3899. Or visit us at citysuburban.com.
At AmeriQ Credit Union, we believe real connections matter, today more than ever. Whether it's connecting you to the right solutions to achieve your goals, new technology to make banking easier, or a real person to help you succeed, we'll be here. In person, online, or anywhere in between, creating meaningful connections that make you feel like you belong. AmeriQ and you. Let's connect. Membership restrictions apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
November is National Home Care Month, and Essentia Health honors all nurses, therapists, home health aides, and support staff that provide the care for people in their homes. Modern Healthcare ranked Essentia the number 31 best place to work and third healthiest place to work in the healthcare industry nationwide. With highly skilled and compassionate staff utilizing cutting-edge technology, Essentia Health is tomorrow's healthcare today. When you need exceptional care in the comfort of your own home, ask for Essentia.
WIBX 950 and 106.9 FM. This is Keeler.
I got to tell you, I don't think we're deceiving anyone when we say a lot of big people out there listen to this program. I don't think that's any form of deception whatsoever. I can even offer you proof. Amazing people listen to this program. Check this out.
This is the late and great John Kane, and you are listening to the Keeler in the Morning Show.
That is awesome.
They'll come back from the dead to promote this show. Although he kind of bops. When he says it, it clips off his name a little bit. Did you notice that?
Yes, yes.
It's not John Kane. It's McCain. This is John McCain.
This is the late and great John Kane, and you are listening to the Keeler in the Morning Show.
Thank you, John. Thank you.
I feel like Trump's working on one of those for a 2024 endorsement.
It's
Even John McCain's on the Trump train.
It is amazing, though. The scary part of this artificial intelligence is you could get a leader, a world leader, to make a statement, because video goes along with this.
Yeah.
To make a statement that looks real, that could start a war, for God's sakes.
That's the
Yeah,
that's the fear.
And how do you? I mean, if we're at this point, early levels of this, in 20 years, you won't be able to tell. There will be no way to tell what is real versus what isn't real.
It's scary, yeah. So I almost wonder if, like, all video in the future will have, you know how you get, like, a blue check
Like
mark
a watermark,
on Twitter?
right? Right. Maybe that's a great idea. You may be onto something there,
so that you know that it's coming from the place it says it's coming from.
Let's do our free money question of the day. Mark is in Westmoreland, and he's ready to play the contest this morning, which I got to say is kind of a guessing game today, because this is a tough question, but a cool one, I will say. Hello, Mark. Good morning.
Bill, you always got cool questions. You the man, Bill.
Thank you. No, you the man. Okay, here we
Hopefully
go.
I am today. Let's
I
go.
hope so. And the reality here is you're just going to pick a decade. This is from the category decades. So I'm going to throw out the question. I'm asking what decade. So you'll have a 10-year span, and I hope you guess correctly. Here we go with the question. You know, we hear it often. As a matter of fact, I have one today on the 5 o'clock shadow. The phrase 5 o'clock shadow was first introduced by an advertising company for a razor ad campaign in what decade? Ready, go.
I just heard this yesterday. I'm going to go with the 1920s.
1920s. This was, you heard it yesterday because it was, I think it was Jeopardy or something. I forgot where I got the question from. 1930s.
Oh.
So, damn
come on,
close.
go with some more. Let's go. What do we got next?
Well, you know what I'll do? I'll keep asking you questions till you get his money. That's what we do. Unfortunately, I'm out of questions. I'll have to see what's on Jeopardy.
That was the only question you had?
It is. I'll have to see what's on Jeopardy tonight. You know,
how close was that?
That was
Man.
very close. Yeah. So it actually was written by an advertising company, the Federal Advertising Agency, the Gem brand of safety razors. You know, that campaign was so good, the brand went out of business. We've never heard of it, right? Either way, we're going to give you, if you can go to the Comets game tonight?
Tonight, let's see.
Well, I think are they playing at home Friday too?
No.
When is the
They're
next home
home
game?
Wednesday night,
I've
and
got
then they're home next Wednesday night.
I've got tonight's Comets, and I have the Pioneers for Friday and Saturday. You could pick any of those. Work that
Yeah,
out.
let's do comments tonight, Bill.
All right.
We'll do comments tonight.
Done. So listen, Carmine, I'm going to need his email address and importantly his cell phone because I'm going to transfer the tickets right to him. Plus, I'm going to give you the all-in-one food and fun card, $25 gift card. It's good at any of their restaurants: Aquavino, Babes, 72, Taylor and the Cook, and at any concession stand at the Adirondack Bank Center as well. So pretty cool. And you have a wonderful,
phenomenal. That's great.
Have a great Thanksgiving, and those tickets will end up right to your phone, I think, is how we're going to do it. All right?
Gift card and
Yeah,
comments.
thanks a lot.
Awesome.
All right,
Enjoy,
stand by.
man.
Thank you, Mark. And happy Thanksgiving. Mighty John, the record guy. Good morning, John. Good morning.
Good morning, Bill. How are you?
Did you know that 5 o'clock shadow thing actually came out of an advertising campaign? Kind
I
of
did
cool.
not know.
Yeah, me either. Till it was on Jeopardy the other night. And I'm like, oh, that's a great question. No one will have heard it. And Mark had heard it. I got to say that on Christmas lists, people who I know and people who I actually produced, meaning my children, on Christmas lists this year, record players,
Oh, yeah.
turntables.
Yep.
It's becoming enormous.
It is.
And I got to say that, so last night, my son, who's traveling and will be at his girlfriend's family's home for Thanksgiving, we did a little get-together last night. And people landed at, because we have in our parlor, we have a record player. It's one of the old realistic players. And my wife brought up a whole bunch of albums, and it became the thing. Everybody was around the record player putting on their favorite record. I mean, it sounds corny, John, but it's real.
Everything new is old again. Everything old is new again.
It is really cool. Okay, let's go over your list. What do you have for us?
Well, here are 10 records to be truly thankful for, if you have them. Let's start with Roy Orbison. Big album for him called Lonely in Blue. It featured his hit, Only the Lonely. Mono copy up to $150. Stereo up to $500.
All right.
Carole King had her first record called Oh, Neil. Neil Sedaka had his first record called Oh, Carol, about her. So she answered, Oh, Neil. His record, $10. Her record, $500.
Wow.
The Doors, Waiting for the Sun. Stereo copy up to $25. Mono copy up to $750. Big hit for the Animals, The House of the Rising Sun. Black vinyl with picture sleeves, $75. Purple vinyl, they're out there, $1,000.
Wow.
The great Hank Williams, one of his early records on a 78 Honky Tonkin', also up to $1,000. How about Bob Dylan? He's very collectible. Look for his album Blonde on Blonde. If on the inside of the cover you see a picture of Bob Dylan, $50. But if instead you see a picture of actress Claudia Cardinelli, stereo up to $600, mono up to $1,200.
Wow.
Columbia did not have the rights to use her image. She objected, so they took her off and put Dylan's picture up instead. Which
But
didn't help
those
sales.
those that were released are out there.
Oh yeah,
yeah, that's cool.
First record for Frank Sinatra, Oh Blue Eyes, From the Bottom of My Heart, $1,500. In 1964, the Beatles and the Four Seasons were both signed to VJ Records. So VJ said, let's put out a battle of the bands. The album, The Beatles versus the Four Seasons. And you were to vote. Who wins? Mono copy up to $2,000. Stereo copy up to $3,000.
That was a very interesting concept, right? Almost like a battle of the bands on an album.
And they actually inserted a little card where you could actually vote and send it in.
Wow, that's cool.
And the Stones won. No, I'm kidding. Elvis, big concert for him. Beamed all over the world. Billion viewers. Aloha from Hawaii. Now, this TV special was sponsored by Chicken of the Sea Tuna. And on the cover, there was a little Chicken of the Sea sticker. And if you threw that sticker away, you threw away $4,000.
Wow.
Yeah, without that sticker, $50. And a big one, we've had it before, but it's worth mentioning. Be thankful if you ever find it. The Stones Street Fighting Man picture sleeve, up to $18,000.
18 grand. You would definitely be thankful for that. I listen. The Aloha from Hawaii. I definitely have that album. One that I think my mom had when I was a kid. Never have seen the Chicken of the Sea sticker on there though. That would have been something.
It might have been on the shrink wrap. So if she threw away the shrink wrap,
that would
Come on, Mom.
I got to ask you. One of the albums that was pulled out that we were listening to last night was John Fogerty and Centerfield. And I'm listening to that, and I'm like, it's so amazing how he doesn't sound like Creedence when he did Centerfield. But when you start listening to The Old Man Down the Road and some of the other songs on that album, it's clearly you're listening to Creedence from the 70s.
Yeah, great album, great artist.
It is. What is there any value in that album?
Not in Centerfield so much. That's probably up to around $10 to $15. But the Creedence albums are in the $25 to $30 price range now.
Love that stuff and all that controversy with him and his brother and the record company. It was rough. Yeah. Listen, the reality is no one knows vinyl like you, and it's becoming hot. So if you have something, you can go to your website, right, and reach out for an appraisal. But you also have that, which I think would be a great gift for somebody, this incredible catalog that you have.
Yeah, you can get it on a CD-ROM or on a flash drive. It'll list the values for over 1 million records, and it starts at $19.95. We pay the shipping, so Merry Christmas.
All right, good stuff. I assume we'll speak again in December, John, as always.
We'll have our Christmas list, yes.
We appreciate it. Thank you. Have a great holiday. Thanks.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. Mighty John, the record guy. Go to moneymusic.com for his website.
So I struggle with this, understanding records, because obviously it was before my generation. When John talks about all these records, as long as the record's not snapped in half, and it meets what he's looking for, right?
Well, no. It'll have value. But if it's in a lot of these prices are in more, I forget what they call it, but more pristine shape.
Okay.
So if it's if it's something that you really maybe played a few times or however you got it, that would be worth something. You can tell. If it's really scratchy, it may still have value, and even a lot of times the covers are more valuable than the records.
Right.
Or in this case, the stickers. That's really cool.
Like when you're listening to Centerfield, that album you were listening to last night, does it sound? Is it noticeable to you that this is aged? That this might be a 30-year-old record?
You might. I think those are all in really decent shape.
Yeah.
For the most part. But they were, all my stuff was used at weddings.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's spun. Every weekend you're spinning those things.
Well, and then when they dance, we're playing vinyl. When people would dance, you'd go to a place like, I don't know, the Beardsley Castle, and they put you upstairs for a wedding, a building that was built, 100 years prior, and people start jumping up and down to shout. And it's like, hey, stop jumping. I can't play the song because the needle's flying all over the place. So those records probably aren't worth all that much. But I gave away almost all of my collection. I have very little left.
Yeah, I just
I literally gave it away. I'm like, what am I going to do? Sit here at a garage sale while people pay 25 cents a record? Some of those records worth some money, by the way.
Yeah.
So I just knew some people, and I'm like, here are boxes. Get them out of my garage.
I just hope this doesn't happen, this reinvigoration, this new life that's breathed back into VHS, because I will be so upset.
Yeah, it'd be awful.
I seriously, I don't think it's happening.
And I hope they never bring back cassette tapes either, or 8-tracks. Not good. They would always end badly. So
we threw a ton of VHS out, but I kept just on a whim, like the Disney stuff that came in the case.
I have a feeling that stuff will be worth a lot of money.
And all I could think about was Mighty John going, well, you don't need the VHS, but if you've got the case, that's worth $150.
Yep. I got a break. We have news coming up top of the hour. Stand by for that. And next hour, we'll wrap up this final hour heading into the Thanksgiving holiday, the Thanksgiving weekend. Mazda continuing to win awards for performance, safety, and reliability with an increasingly loyal following of drivers enjoying Mazda's incredible engineering. You see Ricky Z on TV talking about it. Rick is incredibly passionate about number one, taking care of people, but really passionate. It seems like wherever he goes, he lands in a place where the brand is red hot, and Mazda is hot. And I do think he plays a role in it. Number one in customer satisfaction. This dealership Steep Ponte Mazda is number one in customer satisfaction throughout the nation. That's an incredible accomplishment. Plus, Mazda's design, the fit and finish, the paint process, their incredible interior, it's really redefining the luxury vehicle. It is a Mazda, and it is a luxury vehicle. So, as Rick says, let's make your deal on a Mazda and see why it's always easy to do business with the family-owned and operated Steep Ponte Mazda, Commercial Drive in Yorkville.
If you are push mowing your yard using an inefficient lawn tractor, or your current zero-turn spends more time in the shop than mowing your grass, it's time you look at a Hustler zero-turn lawnmower. Residential mowers from Hustler are built like tanks and drive like sports cars. All Hustler mowers have fabricated welded steel decks. Don't settle on cheap units with flimsy stamp decks from the big box stores. Come see Warner Sales and Service, and we'll guide you to the right mower for your property and your budget. Check out the Hustler line of mowers at Warner Sales and Service, just off Route 365 between Rome and Verona, or at WarnerSS.com. That's WarnerSS.com. Warner Sales and Service, where quality still counts.
Warner Sales and Service, building relationships, building trust. Warner Sales and Service, Warner's, where quality still counts. At Warner's.
Hi, Laura here from the Old Wicker Mill, and we're ready for the holidays anytime you are. We're your one-stop shop for all your holiday gift-giving needs, with top brands like Pandora, Brighton, Vera Bradley, Uno de 50, and Swarovski. There's toys from Fisher-Price, Melissa & Doug, Jellycat, Green Toys, Nido, Squishmallows, and Fat Brain. We have great gift ideas from Nora Fleming, Lolita wine glasses. There's Brumate, Willow Tree figurines, Mud Pie tabletop, and our expanded women's fashion department. Christmas shopping should be fun, and the Old Wicker Mill is your one-stop shop for fun. We're well-stocked with more gift ideas than you can imagine, and we have a great staff to help you navigate our amazing inventory. We'll help you check off that list so you'll have more time to spend with family and friends. After all, isn't that what the holidays are about? You may even run into them while you're here shopping. So this holiday season, let us help you put fun back into your holiday shopping. That's the Old Wicker Mill, conveniently located at the New Hartford Shopping Center.
Hi, this is John Calabrese. Is your company looking to hire qualified, dependable employees but unsure of where to look? Let Express Employment Professionals take on the recruitment and hiring process for you. We're a locally owned, full-service staffing firm. We'll help you find your next star employees. Business decisions come down to time and money, and Express can save you both. We take on finding employees for you so you can focus on meeting your business goals. Find us on the web at expressmohawkvalley.com for details on how to get started.
Are you looking for a great job? Stop searching. ECR International is hiring for assemblers and maintenance technicians. You could be working for the company that actually helped kickstart the world-famous Boilermaker Road Race. Both of the positions that we're currently hiring for offer excellent pay with a full benefits package. Instead of waking up every day dreading work, wake up and have a fulfilling job working for a great local company. Work for ECR International. To find out more, just call Express Employment at 315-790-5723.
From the Stanley Theater Studio, WIBX 950 Utica Rome, W295DI Utica Rome, your news, talk, and sports leader, a Town Square media station.
I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. That's the story developing out of Chesapeake, Virginia, after a shooting at a Walmart late last night left 7 people dead, including the gunman. Fox's Griff Jenkins is there.
That's not confirmed yet by Chesapeake Police, but several of the Walmart employees that were speaking to local press have said they believed it to be a store manager.
One of those workers, Kevin Harper, posted to Facebook Live that manager came into the break room.
Started shooting, bro. Like, I'm whole, though, y'all. Sadly, though, we lost a few of our associates.
At least 5 others were injured. Now, just days ago, a gunman shot up a Colorado Springs nightclub until clubgoers stopped the rampage, fighting back and injuring him. That suspect, Anderson Aldrich, is out of a hospital, moved to a jail cell, expected to appear in court via video.
Those who lost loved ones in the shooting are sharing photos and tributes to remember Raymond Vance, Kelly Loving, Ashley Paw, Daniel Aston, and Derek Rump, the victims ranging in age from 22 to 40.
Fox's Claudia Cowan in Colorado Springs, where 19 people were also injured. A teenager's dead in Israel after 2 bombings near bus stops in Jerusalem, at least 18 others injured. In Ukraine, a regional governor claims a hospital maternity ward was attacked. A 2-day-old baby killed.
What he calls Russian monsters launched huge rockets at the facility in Vilnyansk near the city of Zaporizhia. The baby's mother and a doctor were pulled alive from the rubble. They were the only people in the ward at the time.
Fox's Jonathan Savage. With President Biden's plan to wipe out thousands of dollars in federal student loan debt for millions of Americans put on hold by lawsuits.
The Secretary of Education is extending the pause on student loan payments while we seek relief from the courts, but no later than June 30, 2023.
Those Americans haven't had to make loan payments since 2020 when a freeze was put in place after COVID hit. America's listening to Fox News.
Do you find yourself stuck in a timeshare? Get the real facts about the timeshare industry and your options for cancellation. Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, beat the largest timeshare company in federal court and has put together a free information guide that reveals the secrets the timeshare industry doesn't want you to know, including the 5 ways to get rid of your timeshare. Call now and get this timeshare cancellation guide absolutely free.
Call 800-838-1441. That's 800-838-1441.
Dell Technologies' Black Friday event has arrived with select deals on top tech to power business productivity. The savings start now with up to 50% off select performance business PCs powered by 12th Gen Intel Core processors. Don't forget special pricing on the latest monitors, docks, and accessories, including free shipping on everything. Call a Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL for Black Friday deals. That's 877-ASK-DELL.
Still have cloudy skies and 30 degrees. Good morning. I'm Jeff Manaski. WIBX News Time is 8:03. This news update is brought to you by Harley-Davidson of Utica and Power Sports of Utica. Stop in today to check out their large selection at 4870 Commercial Drive. If you're headed out to the Comets game tonight or in the near future or the Nexus Center down there, there is a note regarding a permanent traffic pattern change in that area. Auditorium Drive, which is right next to the Adirondack Bank Center and 72, is now a one-way street going forward. Traffic will only be permitted northbound on Auditorium Drive between Whitesboro Street and State Route 5S. Motorists looking to travel southbound should follow detour signage that will reconnect you with Route 5S. Governor Kathy Hochul signing new legislation aimed at preventing hate crimes and at promoting diversity. Her action comes just days after 2 men were arrested for making threats against New York's Jewish community and a deadly mass shooting at an LGBTQ nightclub in Colorado. One measure requires people convicted of a hate crime to undergo mandatory training in hate crime prevention and education as part of their sentence. The second piece establishes a statewide campaign to promote inclusion, tolerance, understanding, and diversity. Senator Kirsten Gillibrand in Syracuse speaking out following a court decision that puts the Interstate 81 construction project on hold. Earlier this month, a group called Renew 81 for All had asked for a temporary restraining order to be put into effect because it believes the state's plan is going to lead to major traffic problems in that area. The judge did grant that temporary order. During a visit to Syracuse yesterday, Gillibrand criticized the lawsuit, claiming it's delaying what she called a monumental project. A hearing in the case is set for January 12th. With a lot of people hitting the road this holiday weekend, police across New York State will be cracking down on impaired drivers. Increased patrols begin today and continue through Monday. During last year's Thanksgiving holiday period, troopers arrested 183 people for DWI. Police are urging anyone who's planning on drinking alcoholic beverages to make a plan in advance so that you have a safe ride home. And anyone who sees suspicious or dangerous activity out on the roads is asked to call 911. The New York State Lottery making a request for state residents this holiday season. They ask that people do not buy scratch-off lottery tickets for children as gifts. They say lottery games should only be gifted by adults to adults. The National Council on Problem Gambling says youth gambling has become a significant and growing issue. Bill, and a great holiday story that may put a smile on your face and bring a little extra warmth to your heart this season. You might remember back in September we told you of a dog that was found along Route 12 named Nova. The dog was extremely emaciated and in very poor health. You could see the ribs in this dog. It looked like it was awful. After receiving medical care and a fair amount of TLC from Anita's Stephen Swan Humane Society, Nova has made a dramatic comeback. Now happy, healthy, and at a proper weight. Check out the photos for yourself. It's quite a makeover that this pup got. Check them out for yourself at WIBX950.com. Your Weather Center forecast brought to you by Clinton Tractor, the leader in service. Visit them today at clintontractor.net. Mostly cloudy skies today with a high of 40 degrees. Overnight tonight, again cloudy, a low of 28. Thanksgiving Day, mostly sunny skies, and a high could reach 50 degrees tomorrow. Friday, some rain showers in the forecast, a high of 46. Saturday, sunny and a high of 48. Sunday, rain returns, and again, a high of 50 degrees. A little bit of a warm-up here as we approach December. Right now, we have cloudy skies, 30 degrees. WIBX News Time, 8:07. Here's Keeler with sports.
Well, I stayed up to watch this last night as Syracuse in the Empire Classic was looking to win the tournament. St. John's, however, is celebrating a victory, and they remain undefeated. The Orange now 3-2. The game again went to overtime, and St. John's ended up on top, improving their record to 6-0. They'll host Niagara on Saturday. Syracuse is, as we said, 3-2. They'll host Bryant College over the weekend. I believe during halftime they'll be working over a business plan for some of the starters for Syracuse. Pretty sure. What else do we have? How about tonight? While the Comets are playing at home tonight at the Adirondack Bank Center, this weekend, by the way, the Pioneers will be at home Friday and Saturday at the Adirondack Bank Center. But tonight, while the Comets play at home, the parent club, the Utica the New Jersey Devils, are looking to set a new franchise record with its 14th consecutive win. The Devils are playing host to the Toronto Maple Leafs. The top team in their Metropolitan Division has gotten off to a great start this season. Jersey is 16-3-0. They have 32 points. The Devils top the Leafs with a 3-2 overtime win in Toronto just a few days ago. And that's pretty darn big. Tomorrow, the Bills play the early game on Thanksgiving. Bills and the Detroit, why can I not get the Detroit Lions down? And then the Giants, of course, playing the Dallas. What do they call them?
What do I call them?
The
Cowgirls.
Pieces of garbage. The Dallas Cowboys playing the Giants tomorrow.
Yes, and then there's the late game as well. We'll have all three games for you here on WIBX.
What is the late game?
The late game, Minnesota, New England.
Okay.
So you can, as you're getting ready to take that late nap, I should say, on Thanksgiving, and watch the Patriots get beat up, because I like Minnesota tomorrow.
I do too. And I mean, remember, the Patriots, all the criticism has been on the Jets on Sunday because the Jets couldn't score, right? The Patriots only scored in the last 10 seconds of that game.
Yeah.
On a punt return. Otherwise, both teams had only scored 3 points all game long. So I think this is going to be a beating by Minnesota.
Hope so. And obviously they laid an egg. I mean, they ended up scoring, but it was an ugly performance against Dallas at home over the weekend, so they're looking to bounce back. I'm hoping the Cowboys are flying high because of their win over Minnesota, dominant win, so they go in a little arrogant, if you will, against the Giants. The Giants had an ugly loss to the Lions, so I'm expecting they'll bounce back, and I think the Bills game could be a rout. I think you guys might
Buffalo
blow them out, yeah.
Well, certainly going to be interesting because Josh Allen, I think, really got back on track, at least on Sunday, after a really rough first half.
I think the line right now, as of last night, Buffalo was a 10-point favorite. The Giants were a 9.5-point underdog, and I think Minnesota was like a 2.5-point favorite in the night game, if you're into that type of thing.
Magic Bill is in Rome. Good morning, William. Good morning.
Well, hello, Bill.
Oh, it's Stefan after all. I did not know. Actually, hold on. I've got another celebrity promoting the program here, another dead one.
This is Richard Nixon, and you are listening to the Keeler in the Morning Show.
Thank you, Richard. Thank you for that. You are not a criminal. You are not a crook. Yeah, big fan. Listens all the time. Yeah, or used to, I guess. All right, William, what's going on?
I don't know. I just wanted to say happy Thanksgiving to everybody, and
all right,
and go see Leon this weekend at Old Forge.
They have 2 shows Friday, 2 shows Saturday up at the Strand Theater, which is a classic, beautiful theater. And you can check it all out. It'll be your last chance for this year to see him. And, of course, he's been doing a residency up there in the summertime, which has been really cool.
He puts on an awesome show.
He
keeping
does.
the magic alive.
Yep. And you have that eye, that magic eye, so you see it. All right, William, Bill, have a wonderful Thanksgiving.
Okay, Bill. We'll see you next week.
All right, thanks so much. Bill oftentimes does close-up magic at Fat Cats Comedy Club as people are coming in before the shows. We mention on December 1st, this might make for a nice little Christmas gift, or any kind of holiday gift. On December 1st, tickets will go on sale for Jimmy Fallon. Returning to Fat Cats Comedy Club and WIBX's studios. He'll be here on the 17th of February doing a show nationwide from our studios. And then he'll do Fat Cats Friday night and Saturday. And as I said, tickets go on sale December the 1st. Listen, Thanksgiving is tomorrow. It's your last chance to get over at Hemstraat's Artisanal Cheese, located right there on Oswego Street, right off the arterial. Whether it's the cheeses or their incredible breads that you could bring if you're going somewhere, or you could bring to your own Thanksgiving dinner at home, from the artisanal cheeses, cured meats, breads, pastries, half moons. Those half moons are a great addition to any Thanksgiving dinner. And, of course, you just have to take advantage of those unbelievable cheeses. And they made breads that are just beautiful and perfect for a holiday dinner. They're open 7 days a week normally. However, they'll be closed Thanksgiving Day and Black Friday. Otherwise, they're open today. Take advantage. Located on Oswego Street in Utica, right off the arterial. It's Hemstraat's and Artisanal Premium Cheese in downtown Utica. Quick break. We'll come right back. 8:13 is WIBX.
Nescentia Health honors all home care workers in November for National Home Care Month. With compassion, proficiency, and advanced technology, Nescentia Health provides the care you need where you want it most, at home. For exceptional in-home care, ask for Nescentia.
Christmas, more than any other time, is for the gathering of families to celebrate the joy that the season brings. For many, there is no home, no family, and no joy. Children cannot experience the joy of Santa because no one can afford a gift for them. And to many, Christmas Day brings only more loneliness and misery. The good news is, it doesn't have to be this way. With your generous donation of $12, you can provide Christmas for a child at the Rome Rescue Mission. A traditional Christmas meal, a visit from Santa, a toy, and celebrating the birth of baby Jesus can all be made possible with a donation of just $12. Please donate now at romemission.org. That's romemission.org. Rome Rescue Mission, a hand up, not a handout.
Modern Healthcare ranked Nescentia the number 31 best place to work and third healthiest place to work in the healthcare industry nationwide. We all want to stay in our own homes as we age. Nescentia Health makes that a reality, providing tomorrow's healthcare today.
WIBX 950 and 106.9 FM. This is Keeler.
All right, as you're going into Thanksgiving, Greg McCoy is a fitness expert and is the owner of Hidden Gym. And just some of these diets, these fad diets and crazy, in some cases, toxic diets that are out there promoted on social media, including TikTok, could be really, really dangerous and probably not a good move. Greg, good morning. Thanks for coming on.
Hey, good morning. Thank you for having me.
So what are we seeing, especially on TikTok? I think that these crazy, whacked-out diets that are not good for you, you're finding showing up on social media.
Yeah, the way the algorithms work in TikTok is, the videos that are extremely simple. So we're oversimplifying complex advice, entertaining advice that's generally well thought out and good. Sometimes can be boring. So we're raising entertaining content to the top, and then stuff that's just crazy gets more views. And so you've almost got a challenge among influencers to promote the craziest type of diet they can think of.
Yeah.
Because that's what gets people's attention.
I don't know who followed whose model, but I mean, we see this in politics where like the craziest 5% of Republicans and the craziest 5% of Democrats get 90% of the coverage. It's kind of the same thing here. Instead of the simple eat healthy fruits and vegetables, control your portions, everyone says that's boring. I want the simple quick fix that's going to make me shed, a tremendous amount of weight. What are some of the bad advice or the things that we're leaving out on these videos?
Yeah, that's exactly it. It's happening across industries, and I'm certainly not the man to solve that for all of us. But when it comes to to diet and fitness advice, I could just give you a few words of warning on what to look for, and likely it's I don't know what your listening base is, but likely it's talking to your young people. They may not be listening right now, so it's advice you need to pass on. But basing your judgment based on someone's outward appearance is never good advice, especially somebody young that necessarily has the time to prove these concepts. So if something works for them, it does not mean it's going to work for you. And likely it's not, because bodies are just so different. So you can't take advice from somebody that doesn't necessarily know why what works for them works for them. And as far as nutrition advice goes, the two letters to look out for are RD. That stands for registered dietitian. That is the top of the food chain in the nutritional world on giving medical and health and fitness advice. And if you see that in the handle, then dive in. If you don't, then you probably want to do a little research to make sure you're consuming good information.
Yeah, I mean, some of these are really like suggesting the Brussels sprout diet. I only eat Brussels sprouts for 30 days, then I have a cheat day. I've been losing weight like crazy. I smell horrible, though. It's terrible. I mean, and there's somebody out there promoting this, and then there's some person that decides, you know what? I like Brussels sprouts. I think I'm going to go with a Brussels sprout diet. Should be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's successful.
Again, that's the oversimplification, right? They just like, okay, well, that's a pretty simple system. I could subscribe to anything for 30 days. I'll just eat Brussels sprouts.
Yeah.
Or
and
liver. The Liver King is one of my favorite influencers that's come out lately, who's got all kinds of people eating weird organ meat in hopes of looking like a professional wrestler.
Yeah.
He's got to – I hate to say this because I don't want to get sued. I can't imagine that his physique is natural, if you know what I mean. I mean, he's got to be on something.
Far from it.
Yeah, it's not because he eats liver 3 times a day. It's because he's pumping his muscles with steroids.
When he eats the liver, does he do it, mix it up a little bit? Like, today I'm going to have liverwurst.
No, he literally just will pick it up off the plate and just bite into it. It's disgusting. It's
not cooked?
Barbaric. No, it's raw. He's all raw and all organs. Liver. It's crazy.
What the hell is wrong with this guy?
Wait till you see him. He does. That's a great description. He looks like a professional wrestler.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, but he's getting clicks, right? He's making money probably off this crap.
He's got shtick. That's for sure.
Yeah, crazy. All right, Greg. And by the way, thank you for considering the fact that many of our listeners are not big TikTok fans. Our listeners are older. In fact, many of them are dead. Here's one of them.
This is Richard Nixon, and you are listening to the Keeler in the Morning Show.
Yeah, he's a big fan of ours. Not a big fan of TikTok, though.
I can imagine.
Yeah, he's just not since the 70s anyway. Okay, Greg, have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Thank you.
All right, thank you guys. Have a great holiday.
You do the same.
I have 2 thoughts on this. One being,
my son found these last night on this artificial intelligence website where you can create all these, and I've got everybody. I did not expect it to really carry the whole show today, but it is. So.
I'll tell you this. This was my second point, and I'll make it first. At some point of the holiday season, there's always like that gift as a child. You want that gift, right? Whether it's the Red Ryder little gun in the Christmas story, right?
Right.
I never thought that Bill Keeler would have been looking forward to the holidays for this incredible gift that he couldn't put down, but that's it.
It is it.
That is the gift right
gift.
there.
It's the little things that grab my attention that would not probably grab anybody else's. But for me, I get hyper-focused, and here we are.
And then the other point is,
want to hear Casey Kasem again?
Yes, I do. Go ahead.
I'll bring
Go
that.
right ahead.
I got to find it. So
the other point is on the TikTok diet thing and about how it's impacting younger.
You are listening to the Keeler in the Morning Show.
I don't even know who that is, to be honest.
How it impacts young people. I have somebody who she has a son who is like 11 years old.
Yes.
And he had put on a little bit of weight.
You got to handle that very carefully.
Right?
When you're dealing with a child's weight
in development,
parents can really make and teachers, anybody, an adult can or kids who pick on a kid who's put on some weight. You can really mess with your kid's head.
Absolutely. So at the time he was like 10 or 11, and he was gaining a little bit of weight. And he's got to get more active. He's got to do this and the other thing. And then I think we all went through this. Maybe not everybody, but I know I did. All of a sudden you hit like 12 or 13. You grow 4 inches and you shed 25 pounds without even trying.
It's natural, and this happens with boys and girls early on. And while it's important, I think, to keep an eye on it, you got to be very careful because you can create a complex with kids, and ultimately an eating disorder. It can be very, very bad.
Yeah, that's why it's
and
especially
dangerous.
damaging at that age.
So how did they handle that? This kid?
Well, it was. He got into a martial arts program to get him a little bit more active.
But they didn't say, "Hey, you're getting fat, so we're gonna get you to do this."
Correct. It wasn't like, he's got to have rabbit food all the time. And again, I'm certainly no expert on this topic, and I could benefit from losing about 40, 50 pounds myself. But it was like, look, it's just a stage. He'll grow out of it, and ultimately he did. And I have a good note and a tip here. If you have any questions, we will speak with a certified nutritionist coming up in about 10, 15 minutes.
Okay.
So
another big fan of the program right here.
Visit Mackenzie, and you are listening to the Keeler in the Morning Show.
It's a little old clip. It was back in the day when my show was a little different. That's Gandhi. Big fan of the show. Big fan.
Wasn't he your naked Christmas tree one year?
I believe he was.
You human Christmas tree.
That's when we did the show at the railroad tracks, and he was laying there, and we went on for about 3 hours like that. It was awesome. Oh, we've been cocktailing. It feels that way. Farmer, Ben, Simon, good morning, Ben. Good morning.
Good morning, Bill, and happy Thanksgiving to you guys.
Happy Thanksgiving.
I just thank you for allowing me to call in this morning. Been a very hectic morning on this end of things. Day before holiday, you got to get things done because you don't. Very limited on hired help on the farm in the morning, on Thanksgiving and the holidays.
And this is something to remember, that a farmer on Thanksgiving Day doesn't get a vacation. The cows still have to be milked or whatever, right? It's still a busy work day.
Yep, nothing changes. The routine doesn't change. You just try to do the minimal things. Feed the cows, get them milked, and get the manure out. And I know that sounds kind of odd, but if you were to come up here in the North Country and see the 2.5 feet of snow we got the other day, it's a challenge getting back out on the fields.
Yeah. How much of that snow is melted away? It's going to be almost 50 tomorrow with sunshine.
Yeah, we lost, altogether we got 24 inches during the storm the other day, and then we had 10, 12 inches before that. So right after the storm, you could bury a 36-inch yardstick up on Star Hill with not a problem.
Wow.
And yesterday it shrank, probably 8 inches yesterday with the warm weather.
Yep.
So we're hoping it continues down. It is fluffy. That's the nice thing about it.
So you're still trying to get out there and fertilize and, get stuff done before the end of the year.
That is exactly right. We're trying to get some lime on the land. We're trying to get basically get started for next year. Our corn harvest is just about wrapped up. We've got most of the corn harvested. The soybeans are in. The hay is in. The cows are in the barn. And now we're starting to look forward to next year's planting season already.
I know that we talked earlier about the potential because it was tough to get certain fertilizers and pesticides this year. How was the growing season?
For us right here in central New York, the shadow of the Great Lakes was phenomenal. You couldn't have designed a better summer.
Yeah.
We had just about the right amount of moisture. We had beautiful, brilliant sunshine all year. So our crops were phenomenal. But if you go to the south of the Thruway or you go north of Lowville, Lewis County, and you get out toward Albany, those people experienced a drought problem this year.
It's interesting how, in the same state we can have those really difficult. Well, I mean, we're looking at it with snow, right? I mean, obviously you got some snow. I have nothing left here, and you go to Tug Hill or you go to Buffalo, and they have 6 feet on the ground. I mean, it's really quite incredible.
Yep, and I know it sounds funny, but it's all because of those Great Lakes.
Yeah,
those Great Lakes are what separate the North Country from the rest of the state. The state is so different in dynamics and graphics. It's all due to the Great Lakes.
Yeah. Well, very interesting, and we appreciate. We've come. I really feel that having you on this year has been very beneficial. People have talked about it. You've helped explain. I think there is sometimes a divide between the farming community and everybody else, and it shouldn't be. There's a great value. We're still farm country here in upstate New York.
Yep, and even today, the number one industry, not only in Oneida County, but in the state of New York, is still agriculture. It's so diverse. We have apples, we have grapes, we have dairy, we have beef. We've got all kinds of vegetables on these smaller farms, and it was an education to me. When you think potatoes, you think either Maine or Idaho.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you get up into St. Lawrence County and up in the northern part of the state of New York, up along the St. Lawrence Seaway, that's a huge potato farms up in there.
Yeah.
I
think
so
Sheriff,
we're very, very diverse. But
Sheriff
still,
Sheriff,
I'm proud to say
Yes.
the number one industry in New York State and Oneida County is agriculture.
I will say Sheriff Mashel actually grew potatoes this year, and I think every year gives to the food bank, and that's just one of the things that he does on his farm.
Yep, but his main notary up there, or his main staple, is his beef cattle. That's his.
Right.
He does grow quite a garden up there, no question. Him and his wife Tammy, but their main pride that they spend their time and efforts on is raising those beef cattle up there. He does really good job with his grass-fed beef.
Ben, we appreciate it. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving.
Ben, you are one of the things I'm thankful for this Thanksgiving, that you've been on the program and the education and information. So thank you.
Well, thank you. I just like you and your listeners that to just when they're sitting at the table and they're very blessed with their family and their friends and the health and the safety in our communities and our county here in Oneida County, if they would please also just say a blessing to the farmers that grew all the bountiful food for everyone this year. Without the farmers, you wouldn't have that bountiful taste and that food that you have on your table that we're so blessed with here. So if you would give a blessing to the farmer.
All right. Will do. Ben, thank you so much.
Happy Thanksgiving, guys, and dear listeners. Happy Thanksgiving from the farmers of Oneida County.
Thank you. And happy Thanksgiving. Great guy, great industry, a lot of hard workers. And as we say, the rest of us take tomorrow off. We'll take Friday off, and then you have the weekend. The farmer never gets to take that day off. They're always out there working. Quick break. We'll come right back. 8:30 at WIBX.
Till December 21st at Harley-Davidson and Power Sports of Utica. For every $100 worth of merchandise, get tickets to win a drawing of your choice, a new ATV or motorcycle for the holidays. We will match any competitor or e-commerce price. We're at Toys for Tots drop-off till December 9th. Till December 21st at Harley-Davidson and Power Sports of Utica. For every $100 worth of merchandise, get tickets to win a drawing of your choice, a new ATV or motorcycle for the holidays. We will match any competitor or e-commerce price. We're at Toys for Tots drop-off till December 9th.
Go green and save green right now at City Suburban. There has never been a better way to heat and cool your home than with a new heat pump system from City Suburban. They provide energy efficient comfort year round, offer room by room temperature control, and are 40% more efficient than conventional systems. And the best part is right now you can save up to $9,000 in rebates with the New York State Clean Heat Program. Go green and make the switch today. And as always, receive City Suburban POMG. That's peace of mind guaranteed.
This is Chris from City Suburban on Route 233 in Westmoreland. There's never been a better time to upgrade your system than right now. You can save up to $9,000 in rebates, make your home more energy efficient for years to come, and as always, receive our 100% POMG. That's peace of mind guaranteed. Take advantage of this amazing offer. Call us today at 853-3899. That's 853-3899. Or visit us at citysuburban.com.
Mohawk Valley FCU is giving you even more reasons to become a member and save money with their early fuel loan program. If you use alternative heating such as propane, heating fuel, pellets, or wood, then Mohawk Valley FCU has your back. You could receive up to $2,000 subject to credit approval. Stock up now for the upcoming heating season and save with Mohawk Valley FCU. Just one of the many benefits Mohawk Valley FCU has to offer. Visit MohawkValleyFCU.org for more info. Mohawk Valley FCU. Member focused, member driven.
WIBX 950 and 1069 FM. This is Keeler.
All right, on the line right now as we head into the day where you're going to eat everything. Chances are for me, being on a low-carb diet, when I begin, which I did last night, I had some, I had sweet stuff and some pasta, and I feel sick for the next 2 days when I give up on, after not eating carbs and then eating for a couple of days carbs, you get sick from that.
You applied actually to be one of the floats this year, didn't you? Knowing all the carbs you were going to eat.
Yes. I'm doing the Dumbo float. Thank you for that. Yes. It's the big Don Rickles float, I think is what Angelo has said. Floating down Broadway. It's going to be something. Now, the Christina D'Amico is on, and her facility, they're doing a workout tomorrow that is for members and non-members, and all they're really asking is you bring some canned food items for Feed Our Vets, and she's on the line now. Christina, good morning.
Good morning. How are you guys?
Well, good. And tomorrow is that day where many people go off the diet and you just eat until you want to sleep.
Yeah, tomorrow's the day. Turkey Day. It's here.
Yeah.
So for those who are concerned about how much they plan to eat tomorrow, you're inviting everyone down, as Bill said, members and non-members, to come do a little morning workout.
Yeah, so y'all want to come on down, 8 a.m.
What is the club, the name of the club, and where you're located?
Yeah, so we're OB Training. We are located in Utica, right on Shenango Road, near Home Depot, IHOP, that area.
Yep.
And every year we do a charity event. We call them Sweating for a Cause, and we're doing it for Feed Our Vets, 8 a.m. tomorrow. And yeah, like you said, open to members and non-members. Only thing we ask is just bring some non-perishable foods we can donate. We've donated over about 100 pounds every single year for the past few years, which has been pretty freaking cool.
Do you get a lot of non-members who? It's a great way to give it a try. Give the workout center a try.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, because of Thanksgiving, a lot of family and friends are in town, so people love to do it. Kind of something to do together before they sit down at their meal and eat. It's just kind of a good way to put your right foot forward and start the day on a positive note.
It is a great way. I mean, because maybe you're eating more or things that you normally wouldn't eat, and doing a little exercise afterwards just makes you feel better.
Yeah, for sure. I'm actually laughing. I'm a clinical nutritionist, so everything you guys have been talking about the past 10 minutes, I'm chuckling over here.
Yeah.
But there's so much, like you said, so much crazy stuff on the internet, and people think they need to break their diet or work out, undo everything. And it's that mindset itself just kind of gets a little funky. Right?
Have you,
like you said, with kids.
Have you tried the Brussels sprout diet? Have you tried that one yet? No.
I can't get on board with that one.
Yeah, it's a tough one. It's a tough one to follow, they say. Tough to follow. And that's
I can't imagine all the crazy nonsense you hear.
I know. And then the liver guy. What is going on with that? Eating raw liver.
Yeah, you like that one? You follow him on Instagram or whatever he's on?
Yeah.
Do you know who that is?
Nutrition it doesn't need to be that confusing, and that's really the biggest thing. Both movement-wise and nutrition, the internet, the social media, the people that claim, hey, follow me and do these crazy diets. It doesn't need to be that way, and that's really our mission. Both fitness and movement at OB Training is to just make it realistic, sustainable. Get off the diet train, right? Crash diets, and just make it sustainable, fun, and enjoyable for yourself and your family.
Would you say that it is a good idea for the most part to avoid breads and pastas and sugars?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely depends upon the individual. I mean, definitely refined sugars, simple carbohydrates, that type of stuff. we 100% want to limit that. We're firm believers of the 80-20 rule, which you may or may not have heard, but 80 to 90% of food coming from whole grain sources, complex carbohydrates, obviously your fruits, your vegetables, your lean proteins, your healthy fats. Because, yes, the refined carbohydrates, the sugars, those are just going to lead to many inflammatory issues, blood sugar regulation. That affects all of your hormones, especially women out there. So, yes, to just be aware of them. I don't want people to be fearful of carbohydrates because carbohydrates are literally your body's main source of fuel. So we do need them. But understanding what types, even when to incorporate them throughout the course of the day or what meals is also really helpful. So I wouldn't suggest avoiding them, but actually understanding and learning about them because you become much more empowered to understanding how they're utilized best by the body.
So there's a difference between, let's say you want to have a big sub sandwich, right? There's a difference between having that at 11:30 in the morning or if you're at halftime of the Monday night game and you're scarfing it down at 9:30 at night. And that gets into the whole fueling the body with energy type thing, right?
Yeah, sure. And it's also going to play a difference in how your hormones react to that later in the evening. What's going on with your liver, again, your blood sugar regulation and what types of foods you're having and how that's going to influence your sleep quality, which is going to influence your stress. And that's just basically a catalyst effect.
So
not to mention your acid reflux. You start eating at 9 o'clock at night and then you go to bed. It can be a real fun night.
And that's what people kind of struggle with is they get frustrated or they don't know. And it's like, okay, if you can make these small tweaks in your nutrition and your fitness, it makes massive differences.
All I can say is I had tomato pie last night for the first time in a long time. It was so good,
delicious,
and I'm paying for it. So there you go.
Some acid reflux pills today, huh?
Rough acid reflux night. Let me just say. Okay, members, non-members, workout tomorrow. All you have to do is bring along some canned food items for Feed Our Vets, and located over near Home Depot. Christina, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. Have a great Thanksgiving. We hope to see a bunch of new faces as well as our members. I know we're going to kick some butt. So come on over, have a great Thanksgiving, stay healthy, and we'll talk to you later. Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
All right, that is, of course, Christina from over at OB Training. That workout starts at 8 a.m. tomorrow. And again, members and non-members. So even if you're a member, you got family in town, you can take them. Or if you just wanted to check the place out, you can do that as well. And then one note on the Liver King. I watched a video yesterday.
That is disgusting.
Oh, you got to see this guy. You haven't even seen him. See this guy.
Isn't the liver the organ that captures a lot of the bad stuff and the toxins?
Yeah.
And there you are, mowing down on it uncooked.
Yeah, this guy eats, and you can see it in the video. Now, I can't imagine that when the camera's off, he's literally... This is normally how he has breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Yeah, he's probably out having a burger or something.
But he's got like a spread in front of him, and it's all like animal organs, uncooked, and he just tears into them and starts eating them. So he is jacked. He looks like he could be on a magazine cover. But I saw something yesterday, in fact, and it said the Liver King supports or thinks you should try PEDs. And I'm looking at this, and I'm like, now he's gone a step too far. I click on the video, his PEDs, and thank goodness, because at least he took a little bit of responsibility here. It was planning, execution, dedication.
So he's just playing with words to get people to click through.
Right. And again, it's the whole outrageous thing where I would say most people, I don't listen to me, I'm not a dietitian, a doctor, and I'm overweight myself. A simple diet and exercise, right? And not getting too crazy. You don't need to eat live liver organs, animal organs at the dinner table every night to be in good health, and in good shape. So there's a lot of different ways you can do it, and talking to somebody like Christina is the better way to go instead of listening to Liver King.
We'll come back and wrap up this day before Thanksgiving, and in just a second. I want to tell you, River Hills Properties, I was speaking to somebody yesterday. We say River Hills is the fastest growing real estate company in the area, and it's because of the services they provide. We always talk about the lockbox. Yesterday, somebody said it to me, and it finally dawned on me I should really just kind of clarify. The statement was, what is a lockbox? And the fact is, it's that thing that you'll see on a lot of houses that are for sale. It's almost like a large padlock.
Right.
So, and inside, if you know the code, the key, you can take the key out and unlock the door. And that's how a lot of real estate agencies show homes to other agents. So the agent will come in with the prospective buyer. Most times they've never been in the house before. They're walking in for the first time. They use the lockbox. And the philosophy at River Hills is, if you're selling a home, do you want these people who've never been in your house before, don't even know where the light switches are, et cetera, do you want them going through the house without anybody answering a question or helping guide them or give them a little bit of information? River Hills' philosophy is the listing agent is there every time the house is shown, which is why they don't use the lockbox. And because your listing agent is there, the prospective buyer can ask questions. It just makes the buying process easier and more efficient and less stress for everybody. That's the River Hills philosophy. So if you're wondering what the whole lockbox thing is all about, it's really more about offering human being service. It's like the difference between getting a voicemail and a human being answering the phone. That really is it. I've never seen a lockbox answer a question of a prospective buyer. They can't answer. You got to wait and try to get the answer, and it usually comes a while afterwards. That's just not efficient. And there's a better way to do it, and that's what they do at River Hills. That's the philosophy. So if you're looking to sell your home, Barneville, Little Falls, Utica, all over upstate New York, it's River Hills Properties. Online, riverhillspropertiesllc.com. Call 315-896-1009. Remember, nobody sells homes like River Hills Properties.
I can't take this kitchen any longer. Carl, we need to start looking for a new house.
Honey, you know the housing market is tight. It's going to be next to impossible to find something that we like.
I know, but this kitchen has to go.
Hey, what about a home equity loan from Adirondack Bank? We can turn the equity from our home into cash to renovate, just the way you want.
Renovate?
Adirondack Bank has competitive rates, and they've been a trusted community bank for decades.
A new kitchen. Wouldn't that be awesome?
Yeah.
Then, of course, we would need new furniture, and we could repair the deck, even add a pool, and take that trip to Italy that we've always talked about.
Whoa, slow down, honey. Let's go talk to the experts at Adirondack Bank about that home equity loan. Then we can decide where to start.
I've always wanted to add on a craft room, and our bathroom needs a facelift.
Don't move. Improve. Stop into your local Adirondack Bank branch for more information on a home equity loan or visit AdirondackBank.com. Bank local with Adirondack Bank, your hometown community bank. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
The wonder of youth was still very much a part of your life when you nervously got on one knee to ask one of the most important questions and anxiously waited for the answer.
Yes, of course, yes.
This is Sarah from Engelbert's Jewelers. You started your forever together with Engelbert's, and because we have jewelry that fits every occasion and every budget, you have included us in many of life's milestones and celebrations. From Mother's Day to anniversaries, graduations, and numerous holidays.
Yes, of course, yes.
You started your forever together with Engelbert's Jewelers. We have jewelry that fits every occasion and every budget. Celebrate all those years of holidays together. Feel great with affordable elegance from Engelbert's Jewelers.
Injury crash? 2-door, 4-door, SUV, motorcycle, big truck. At William Attar, we're New York's largest motor vehicle accident firm, helping those injured in New York State. If a crash caused the death of a loved one, call William Attar, the largest motor vehicle accident firm in the state. Call William Attar, 315-444-4444, South State Street, Syracuse, 315-444-4444.
Hi, Laura here from the Old Wicker Mill, and we're ready for the holidays anytime you are. We're your one-stop shop for all your holiday gift-giving needs, with top brands like Pandora, Brighton, Vera Bradley, Uno de 50, and Swarovski. There's toys from Fisher-Price, Melissa and Doug, Jellycat, Green Toys, Nido, Squishmallows, and Fat Brain. We have great gift ideas from Nora Fleming, Lolita wine glasses. There's Brewmate, Willow Tree figurines, Mud Pie tabletop, and our expanded women's fashion department. Christmas shopping should be fun in the Old Wicker Mill is your one-stop shop for fun. We're well-stocked with more gift ideas than you can imagine, and we have a great staff to help you navigate our amazing inventory. We'll help you check off that list so you'll have more time to spend with family and friends. After all, isn't that what the holidays are about? You may even run into them while you're here shopping. So this holiday season, let us help you put fun back into your holiday shopping. That's the Old Wicker Mill, conveniently located at the New Hartford Shopping Center.
ClickOnSupplies.com has no shortage of supplies for your home or office needs. From furniture to Post-it notes, ClickOnSupplies.com is always stocked with over 45,000 items, and shipping is always free. ClickOnSupplies.com is an enterprise of CAVV. Your purchases help provide services and create jobs for people who are blind or visually impaired. Create your free account today and save 10% on your first order. Use code WELCOME10 at ClickOnSupplies.com.
Are you considering buying an electric vehicle or a plug-in hybrid? Wouldn't it be nice to just fuel up at home with an EV charging station? Potentia is helping to make the convenience of charging easier for your home and your business. As a leader in green electrical projects, Potentia has completed hundreds of large sustainable commercial projects across New York State and are now getting into the residential market. No more stops at the gas station. Charge at home conveniently and economically. With New York State's zero emissions mandate by 2035, Potentia can help design, supply, even install residential and commercial EV charging systems at your home or your business. From permitting and design through the complete installation, it's as easy as 1, 2, 3 with a turnkey EV charging solution with various packages and options available. They guarantee your satisfaction with all their products and their workmanship. Visit Potentia at 4685 Middle Settlement Road, New Hartford. Give them a call at 315-765-6184 or view their website at potentiamanagement.com.
Visit Munson Williams and be inspired by the special exhibition Leslie Dill, Wilderness, Light Sizzles Around Me. Walk among larger-than-life sculptures of American visionaries, including Sojourner Truth, Emily Dickinson, and others. Wilderness, Light Sizzles Around Me is an enchanting experience for all ages. See it before it closes January 29th. As always, admission to the museum is free. Wilderness, Light Sizzles Around Me at Munson Williams is made possible by Stephen and Dorian Critelli in honor of Dolores Y. Critelli and Alan and Linda Vincent.
WIBX 950 and 106.9 FM. This is Keeler.
Hey, the official coffee of the Keeler in the Morning radio program is from Daylight Donuts in New Hartford. Try their lattes, so delicious, up to 14 or 15 different flavors, including pumpkin, which comes in handy right now. And, of course, there's coffee, espresso, lattes, whatever it is that you're looking for. Get a box of coffee and take to Thanksgiving dinner. That'll keep everybody going. And, of course, fresh donuts, fresh bagels every day, and the snowflake rolls. For dinner tomorrow, they are a must, but you have to sign up today in order to be on the list. You could pick them up today or tomorrow by just going over to Daylight Donuts and getting on the list and speaking with them, and they'll hook you up. They're open tomorrow, Thanksgiving Day, till 2.
Some comments here via the WIBX 950 app. Bill wants to know, Bill, what do you think about the Bills doing a new stadium with no dome on top, considering all the snow they just got? You think it should have a dome?
I don't know.
I will say this. Consider that the storm came and the Bills stadium had a dome. They probably would have moved the game anyway, right? Because the team couldn't fly in.
Correct.
You don't want people traveling to the game.
Part of the reason for them doing it is they had no parking. There was no place to put everybody. And I don't know, some of the uniqueness of playing in Buffalo is not having a dome. I thought about that when that whole thing came out, but some of the it would be nice to be able to have a retractable roof, right?
Right. I would say also, just like the Bills game in Miami this year, they had to play in 90-degree weather, which is warmer than their normal. Than what they're used to. It's the same thing when Miami comes to Buffalo. You want them playing in 40-degree weather colder than what they're used to.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
I think you'd give that advantage away. Big Honey wants to know, the transgender contestant on Jeopardy is married to a woman. I guess I don't understand. So I guess
I didn't either, and I wondered about that, and I forgot her name, but she won the other night. She won $250,000.
That's incredible.
And I don't know the answer. So it might be that it's kind of like they both like women. I don't know. I don't know. And you can't. It's not like you can ask, and certainly you could probably read about it and figure all that out.
I think
in this case, but it's not like you walk up to somebody and ask, "Why do you do it this way?"
I don't know this, but my best guess is I think being transgender.
For those that don't know, she's a she, so
Right.
she is transgender and obviously was born male, but
Is a
dresses
trans woman
as a trans woman, but is married to a woman.
I think it's about, again, I don't know, but it's more about how you identify yourself than what other sex you might be attracted to. You know, if you're trans.
I have no clue.
I don't know either, but I think that's
I
what.
identify as a tall person. I don't know about what you guys, the rest of you think, but that's what I look at.
Bob wants to know, how long after Congress gets Trump's taxes will they be leaked to the press? 5, 10 minutes?
I think this is a very dangerous thing, and I think that's going to be very tempting for those Democrats to do that, and it will be a big mistake if they do it. There will be something that will come out, but it's not supposed to. I will be shocked if nothing comes out.
Any chance we can get people to say it's like a Russian hoax or something like that, like we did with the laptop?
Yeah.
And then John in Hartford wants to know, how come we can't get the names of the Uticans involved in that shooting in Saratoga?
Don't know. They're not releasing those names. I do not know.
That's odd. I don't know why either. So.
By the way, another big fan of the program.
This is John F. Kennedy, and you are listening to the Keeler in the Morning Show.
That one's terrible.
That's the worst of all by far.
That's the worst.
This is Bill Clinton, and you are listening to the Keeler in the Morning Show.
Well, thank you.
Hey, Spidey fans, this is Stanley, and you are listening to the Keeler in the Morning Show.
There you go.
That's pretty good. That is pretty good, but like you pointed out earlier.
He's dead, right?
Oh, he's dead. Yeah, Stanley. Yeah.
Well, then again, so might be
Nixon
Kennedy
and Gandhi.
Well, Gandhi's still alive in our hearts.
In our hearts.
Yeah.
But as you pointed out earlier, that's amazing that we can do that today. But in 20 years, you're not going to catch those glitches.
This
those audio
is
glitches.
right now. This is early. I mean, listen to the Casey Kasem. Hold on. Here it is.
This is Casey Kasem, and you're listening to WIBX 950, Keeler in the Morning.
That's the weird thing is that's his voice, and through this artificial technology, they take his real voice and use part of it, and then use his voice to create other words, and they're not completely flawless just yet. But you're right. What happens when they are? Does it crush an economy? Does a fake statement out there tank a stock market?
If I had that technology at my fingertips, and if you can send it to me, it'd be great. I'm going to make one of Biden saying drill, 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 and watch those gas prices start coming down.
Right. You never know. This one I don't think is very good either.
This is Alex Jones, and you're listening to Keeler
in the Morning. I think our Alex Jones does a much better job. He forgot about the rest of it.
I agree.
Our guy does a much better job.
This is Ronald Reagan, and you are listening to the Keeler in the Morning Show.
Okay.
This is George W. Bush, and you're listening to the Keeler in the Morning Show.
Now, that sounds choppy, but so did George W. Bush. He always sounded a little choppy when he was doing his stuff.
Andrews W. is better than
I like
that.
Andrews. But that really is his voice, but it doesn't sound natural.
It does not sound natural.
Some of them sound pretty natural. But we are going to be in a terrible place, though, when it's so natural that it is you can't distinguish between fake and real. That's going to be very, very scary, and we're moving towards that point.
And like you say, there's video to match too, right? They can create a
they
video.
can do the video as well, and so at some point in the upcoming future, there'll be a video that just looks so real you'll think the person really said it. This was on a 60 Minutes program. Maybe 5-6 years ago that this technology was out there, and now it's out there on the web. It's so much out on the web that every time a Trump or a Biden one pops up, the website gets shut down. And I'm assuming because they are current leaders, it could cause some real trouble. I don't know. I have a few other things we can get to here if you're all right with it before we get out. A cat named Bob, found in Scranton, Pennsylvania, reunited with his owners after 7 years of being away.
What?
Luckily, the cat had a microchip planted in it, but it took 7 years to find the cat. Here's Sherry Sikorsky, a volunteer with St. Cats and Dogs of Naog Zoo, talking about reuniting Bob and his owners after 7 years.
The phone number that was linked to the adopter was actually disconnected. But the microchip company also sends an email. The owner immediately emailed us to say that it was her cat. Everyone, I feel like, cried happy tears that day. The trapper, the staff at EPAA, his owner was just ecstatic. She was crying and excited and screaming on the phone like she could not get over, like that he was found after 7 years.
7 years. Well, it's been 7 years. Now we don't want the cat. What are we going to do now?
Yeah, I can't believe it took that long. That concerns me.
Yeah, so much for the chip being helpful. 7 years.
You'd be better off hiring a bloodhound.
Yep. A man out of North Carolina is accused of pulling a gun and threatening a Wendy's employee over being charged a little extra for an extra barbecue sauce. Here's the 911 call.
I told him he had to pay for the barbecue sauce. He got all frantic, came up to the window. Now he put his car in park. He's drinking his liquor in front of my window, and he is holding my line up. Now he's waving the gun at my window. Yeah, I need to send somebody up here.
Is sauce really worth it? Maybe there's something else bothering this person that would make them crack like this.
It's
I don't
one
know.
more thing, I think.
Maybe it's the straw that broke the camel's back. What a moron. And I did talk about this earlier. Friday is Buy Nothing Day, something that came out of Willy Wonka. It's Black Friday, of course, but it is also Buy Nothing Day. You could use it to not buy anything. Great way to save money. And then on Friday or Saturday, you'll spend a bunch of money. Although, which day is the local day? So Black Friday is Friday.
Small Business
Saturday. So maybe you want to spend your money on Small Business Saturday. Here's a way to spend your money and spend it wisely and get money in the process. It's Collis, Fred F. Collis & Sons Heating and Cooling and Installation. Talk about an opportunity here. You can save $1,000, get a rebate of $1,000 on a new high-efficiency boiler, up to $900 on a new furnace, up to $250 on a new tankless water heater. This is a rebate program through National Grid that is going on right now, but only until December 9th. It expires December 9th. And you could save up to $1,000 on efficiency boilers, furnace, tankless water heater. It's a great opportunity to become efficient, save money in the first place because your heating system is more efficient, and then get a bit of a kickback, a rebate from the people at National Grid. Simply call Collis, 315-381-8982, and their team of experts will walk you through the whole process. 315-381-8982, or visit them at their website, fredfcollis.com. Back here on Monday. Enjoy your holiday. Be safe out there.
Visit Munson Williams and be inspired by the special exhibition Leslie Dill, Wilderness, Light Sizzles Around Me. Walk among larger-than-life sculptures of American visionaries, including Sojourner Truth, Emily Dickinson, and others. Wilderness, Light Sizzles Around Me is an enchanting experience for all ages. See it before it closes January 29th. As always, admission to the museum is free. Wilderness, Light Sizzles Around Me at Munson Williams is made possible by Stephen and Dorian Critelli in honor of Dolores Y. Critelli and Alan and Linda Vincent.
From the Stanley Theater Studio, WIBX 950 Utica, Rome, W295DI Utica, Rome, your news, talk, and sports leader, a Town Square media station.
He shot up the Walmarts where he worked. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News.
6 victims have died. 4 victims are in area hospitals with conditions unknown at this time.
Chesapeake, Virginia Police Chief Mark Zaleski says it happened after 10 p.m.
And the suspect is dead from what we believe was a self-inflicted gunshot wound.
They're not identifying him yet, but he was an employee. So is Kevin Harper, and right after the shooting, he posted this on Facebook Live.
Just left out the break room. Manager come in there, started capping people up in there. Started shooting, bro.
It comes days after the attack at a Colorado Springs nightclub.
The community is strong, and we will all get through this.
Anthony is one of 19 people who were injured. 5 others were killed. The accused gunman was injured when clubgoers fought back. He has